everyone, and welcome to Christmas Saves. I just wanted that. One person to lean in. One person. Welcome to Christmas Saves. I'm Jake. This is Sarah, Alex, Hannah, and Randy. One of them is a doctor. Pick one. The rest of us. Oh boy. Woo! What company you keep? Mystery individual. Yeah, welcome back. We did 2 sessions in a row, like we were supposed to. No one got sick. We haven't eaten any bad eggs or cheeses or whatever. None of us have COVID for right now, unless one of us does.
As far as
and
we
then
know,
it's fucked. We're all fucked.
To be
This
fair,
is the last
episode
if all of us get COVID, we could still stream.
We could.
True, because we all have it.
we'll just be like,
Until one of us dies on camera.
We're vaxxed. We'll just be like,
if we're on ventilators, I don't know if the role play will be very good.
We just have to write it on a whiteboard.
well, I mean, the scene might be still very emotional, however.
We'll roll real life death saves. Is this too soon? It's been 3
It's too
years,
soon.
but
We're
we're still in the
trauma
middle.
bonding.
We're
That's
fucking-
what's happening.
No,
Yeah,
we're all going through this.
Yeah.
Randy's probably seen more results of it than the rest
Probably.
of us.
Maybe.
It might be.
Maybe.
It might be
I've
a
seen
safe
little more
bet.
COVID.
All the rest of us work at home. I've been quarantined for 2.5 years.
Very
It's
little
like
change
3
for
fucking
me.
years.
Yeah.
Honestly, because of working at home, it hasn't been that bad. Like
Okay,
the
but we haven't
quarantine
been able to like
aspect.
go out and get dinner like once
That's
a
been
week
bad.
like we used to do,
We used to do
or
more
like
than once a week. We used to go out on adventures, but that's okay.
Yeah, we go
now
out
we
and
adventure
drive.
in our minds, guys.
now I adventure in Final Fantasy 14, which has a free trial.
No, don't promote it. It's hard enough getting it.
It doesn't.
Wait, did they start selling it again?
No.
I think they do next
You know what it is?
January 16th. Wait, no,
That
maybe
was-
they did.
It's like
18th.
It's the 20th
That was also
today.
thought it
passed.
was the 25th.
I thought it was the
Is
25th too.
that
When
Yeah,
the
'cause the-
Oceania.
Oh yeah,
Transfers
because
back.
26. Okay, yeah. Sorry.
I'm gonna let you guys talk about your fun.
Oh,
No, we're good.
The stream's under League of Legends.
Oh,
Oh shit.
that'll do it.
That'll do it.
Apparently.
No. I changed it upstairs, but it didn't.
How many people saw your stream notification? It's like Jake is playing League of Legends, and you're like, oh fuck, I'm skipping that one.
No.
Skipping
It's
that
all
one.
your fault. It's all your fault.
We're good. I'll change it right now. I changed it upstairs on my computer, but didn't change it in here. So I think it override. Anyway, while I take care of this, we do have an announcement.
An announcement?
We do have one announcement.
An announcement.
This is actually on topic because I was going to talk to Randy. Randy, you hate being a doctor, right?
I'm glad you put the gun down. Yeah.
I know the decision to carry an actual loaded gun at all our sessions was a divisive one, but I'm glad I won that fight. It helped that I had
To
the
be
gun.
honest, unflinchingly, you can point that at me.
My Second Amendment right will not be infringed. Anyway,
Libertarian.
It's not a real gun for purposes of TOS.
it's a prop. Look,
It is a prop.
How do you?
No! What?
Have you learned nothing from Alec Baldwin?
you can't put anything in the cylinder.
That's what he thought too.
Wait, who?
Alec Baldwin.
Anyway. Okay, so you can't fan the hammer. It's like fucking Buster Scruggs up in here. All right.
My paperwork in here that you gave me says I can in fact fan the hammer.
You can't.
Not
at
at that
yourself.
angle. That's a bad angle for the wrist.
Not at yourself. Okay.
Oh my
Anyway.
god.
Anyway.
Anyway, Ad. Okay, so Randy, you hate being a doctor, right?
Yeah.
This is good. Of course you hate being a doctor. You gotta go through schooling that costs you a ridiculous amount of money.
No.
You got patients yelling at you all the time and telling you they want to drink piss and horse paste.
Yeah.
That's true.
I have an outlet for you, okay, Randy? I have an off-ramp to your horrifying future as a doctor.
Go on.
I have a fantastic business opportunity for you. Okay, so what if I told you that I could give you your own business?
I'm listening.
Is this
Okay.
a pyramid scheme?
No, it's not a pyramid
It's a
scheme.
reverse funnel
It's
system.
a triangular power structure. Triangles are one of the strongest shapes in nature.
Next to
true.
the
Oh,
arch.
the pyramids are built that way.
Arch businesses don't go very well at all unless it's double arches, then it's McDonald's, and then it succeeds again.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
Randy,
Could you
I
simply
am,
install two arches?
I am going to recruit you,
Okay.
and you are going to recruit 2 other people.
This is a pyramid
No,
scheme.
shush. Okay? And we're gonna sell the most amazing product, but really it doesn't matter, because what we're really selling is opportunities.
That's true.
Okay?
Yeah.
Incidentally, we are also selling horse paste. But the point I'm trying to make here is, this is a fantastic idea, and it gives me an idea for the show. What we're going to do is there is a tweet on, what account? Is it on the Charisma Saves official account?
Yeah.
I'm hearing it's the Charisma Saves official account.
Next week is going to be Bring a Friend to D&D Week.
It is!
And what you can do is go ahead and retweet that tweet and tag some of your friends. And if we get 50 retweets on that tweet, then next week we're going to be doing a not one,
Maybe
not 2, 3 dice giveaways.
3 of them?
3 of them!
3 different people could possibly win, or one person 3 times.
So, go and retweet that tweet, tag your friends that you want to come see next week's Charisma Saves, and we will give the audience a chance to win 3 different dice sets. Also, Randy, I need to borrow $30,000. The horse paste cost a lot of money.
Okay. Yeah, I can move some things around.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why is it in your mouth?
That's about 3 fixations sort of wrapped up into one.
Oh my god.
That's the end.
So yeah, but if you do go to the at Charisma Saves on Twitter, please do go there, retweet the thing. Obviously, more eyeballs on here is better for everybody. And we have a whole bunch of dice. So we'll give them away, and it'll be super cool. We'll be doing one at the beginning of the stream, one in the middle of the stream, and one at the end of the stream next week if we reach our goal. If not, we'll probably do one, and I'll decide when it is. I'll decide. And with that, I think that's it. Anybody else have any more props that they want to get their... that's the same person, different prop. Okay?
You said, does anyone have any other props? You didn't
That's
say,
true.
does anyone have any different... Is there anyone different?
That's true. That's true. I didn't say that. That's my fault.
Unfortunately, I don't have a black goo monster.
You
And
do.
the one
She's
that
just
we have is
upstairs.
upstairs. I was getting to that.
You do have an opium pipe.
Do we have any flour?
We do, but I'm not going to let you smoke weed right here until later.
Okay.
Actually, maybe you smoking weed at the table would be funny. Maybe we'll do it once. We'll see what happens.
In this very special episode, we learn about drug addiction.
We learn about the addiction to marijuana, which is impossible, guys. So, wait. I want to give spooky ambiance.
True.
That's what we were doing.
True.
By the way, I did curate a little bit of a list, so it should, hopefully, be a little more coherent. I got like a whole Google Doc for it. It's really awesome.
Oh yeah.
So,
We're professional.
so, any whoosies. I'm good at this. Wait,
Super good. You're really good.
it's coming out of my phone, not the Bluetooth. That's okay. It's okay. We'll figure that out. You guys can still hear that pretty well, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
We did it. Better. More robust.
Much better.
In the last telling of our tale, 4 resourceful individuals had found themselves in each other's company for a bit longer than they'd anticipated. Flashes of what could be a profitable partnership flank disagreements and ethical frictions. Despite the heat of this friction, you all collectively decided to forge ahead toward answers and opportunity, traveling north into the wilderness outside the walls of Ebon Falls. Road weary from your 6-hour hike across the countryside, you stopped to rest near a weathered farmstead. As your rest ended, you heard the screams of worried parents, and you watched as they held their son, bleeding from a strange moonstone wound in his leg. Taking control of the situation, Isaac, a surgeon by trade, orchestrated an impromptu surgery in the twilight of the day, narrowly saving the boy's life. And a lucky dice roll deal. As you shook off the trials of the day, rest took to you, only for it to be interrupted by a corrupt and haunting sound. The screech of a wendigo, perhaps? According to Soren, they arise in some cases of cannibalism. You found your way back to sleep, catching what you could while the noise echoed in your minds. And we begin. In the morning. The sun barely peeking over the horizon. You are not awoken by the light of the day, but rather the chill of it. Winter looms some weeks away. Your bones creak from the cold of the air and the stiffness from the floor. Who awakes?
Well, I'm already awake.
What are you doing?
Oh, the clothes that Isaac that had to clean the blood off of.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to like make sure that they're all. Well, I can't like iron or anything, but I'll make sure that they're all like laid out and ready in the morning.
Okay. Yeah. Clothes laid out. I mean, in this space, it's basically like the workshop of the barn. So there's like a desk space, sort of like a workbench. Tools up on the thing. You know, this saddles up. You have ropes. You have horseshoes. You have buckets with like lids with like water in there, probably used for like quickly cleaning hands. It's dirty. You wouldn't want to drink it. And space within this room where these.
We have a fire, right? Like,
There's actually not a fire in here. There's not a fire. You were put in here with extra blankets and to keep warm, and you can see the windows that you were looking through before. These like really small, sort of warped glass windows are fogged up because of the inside of here. Your body heat has heated this. This is why you're in the small area of the barn and not this big open space. Because it has a door to this room, basically like a little workshop office. And,
is there any kind of place to light a fire?
in the barn?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Barns don't usually have fireplaces.
I didn't know if they had like a fire pit or something for winter, but
They may have a fire pit not in the barn. Probably have places to burn fire.
I'll wake up whenever I think the rest of them would be up, and then go.
Okay, you can
I'll
start-
walk out of the barn.
You can start to see them stirring a little bit. Okay, you open the door, letting in a cold blast of air from the barn itself, making the rest of you stop fighting for those extra winks. And you ever sleep someplace uncomfortable and you wake up a million times and you kind of roll and you've kind of been doing that for the last probably 45 minutes, trying to squeeze every ounce of rest out of this damn thing, not wanting to get out of the cold because you have those blankets on. She ruins it immediately, not really feeling it the way you guys feel it, and opens it and you walk into the barn, and when you get into the barn, about to head outside, the light of the day is sort of seeping in, and you do see the father from yesterday. And he is currently attaching sort of, well, not really attaching. I guess he's taking like a bucket and like taking care of the horses in the morning, filling their water trough and everything, and sort of letting them out to run around in the pen that's behind there. And when you open the door, he has this moment, and he, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to wake you.
Oh
he
no,
puts the bucket down and sort of hangs it up.
it's fine. I was actually wondering if I could use your stove or something to make tea.
Stove. Oh, in the house?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Louise is inside right now finishing up breakfast if you'd like to go. Art's still sleeping after the bite, or whatever that was. Are the rest of you waking up? And breakfast will. I was gonna come get you in a little bit, but
I'm sure they'll be up soon. I just wanted to have tea ready for my brother. I'm an early riser, you could say.
yeah, apparently. And you're in like kind of like a full like your normal dress, which is a
Makeup,
lot
everything,
for here.
normal dress, like
Yeah.
Carrie
He's
Frilly.
like, wow, you really okay? Figured it out. He nods to you, and you can step across the lawn. And it's got that sort of like morning crispiness, where like the lawn is like wet as the dew, as the like mist of the early morning sort of settles on it, and it has that extra cold. And your shoes and your shins get a little bit of that grass water on them as you walk through.
You can almost smell it.
Yeah. And the house itself sits on this sort of above ground. It doesn't seem to have a cellar to it, and it's raised up a little bit. And there's like this wraparound wooden sort of deck. It's not like crazy nice, but it definitely, probably when it was built, was particularly nice. It's been in different parts of disrepair. You can see different pieces of wood have been fixed, and in fact, you can see a little piece of the house is being worked on a little bit. There's a what are those called? Sawhorses. There's a couple sawhorses and some boards and stuff, and it's being laid out. And it seems like there's some repair going on to part of the roof and part of the wall. But you step up onto the deck with that thump, thump, and you open the door as you were directed. And inside this area immediately is the kitchen. It's a wooden floor. It's pretty simple stuff. It has like cast iron oven, some counter space. It does have like a basin, but obviously not like plumbing out here. A decent sized table, enough to fit everybody here. You can see some like mismatched chairs have been pulled in. Seems like from the living room, and one's a rocking chair. You know how it'd be, sort of Thanksgiving impromptu. And you do see in there Louise, who is the elven woman from before. She seems kind. She has a very, very like soft face. When you walk in, she smiles and goes, "Oh, hello.
Morning.
Good morning." And she again gives you that sort of like, "Oh, I was doing breakfast," and she's she's a little,
Yeah.
it's a little awkward, but
Yeah. Do you mind if I use your kitchen?
of course not. What do you need? What
Oh,
can
I
I help
just-
you with?
Wanted to warm up some tea.
Some tea. Yes. There's. She points you over towards the wood stove, which is kind of. It's not on the wall. It's off and sort of sitting in the middle of the room up on a thing. You've seen my mom's in real life, but something like that. And then on top of it is a flat space, and there
You
is
could put
a kettle
Okay.
hanging on a hook above it. So if you take it down and put it on there, it'll heat up. She tells you that there's water out back next to the pump. You used it yesterday
Yeah,
to
I'll go.
clean yourselves.
I'll go take the kettle out to the
Okay, you
pump
do so.
and get water.
Some water comes out. And you take it back in and you put tea in there and start letting it boil. Okay, so while this is happening, the rest of you are awakening in the morning. What are you doing?
Everyone's still alive?
Unfortunately.
No.
You'll go over to Isaac.
That's good.
You still sleeping?
Yeah. He's gonna sleep in a little bit longer.
Ink will start just kind of getting up. Jacket, hat, stretching, kind of like how cats do.
Yeah.
But trying not to bring
Sorta like-
attention to it. Yeah.
Oh, big stretch.
Big stretch.
You touch your toes, but the back
She
goes
stands
like,
up and goes. Her whole back arches.
Did you hear anything else last night?
For a little bit, but I dozed off eventually.
Sam, at least we did not die.
You just said that was unfortunate.
I know, I was joking. I do that sometimes. Lightens
hard
the
to tell.
mood.
As you stand up, you see Isaac's entire day's dress is set out on the workbench of this area, and he is slumbering with an extra blanket on him.
Must be nice.
Yeah. Did you see where the
No.
doll lady went?
No.
Weird. I hope she did not get eaten. Although that would be ironic, considering she is trying to eat other
She
people.
might be out eating people right now.
Oh, that would also make sense. That would be. Oh no! Should we check on the family?
Yeah, we probably should.
Are you
Okay.
on
Should we
spell
get
slots?
Isaac or let him?
Longer, like you said?
He's an adult.
Let's try.
All right.
See how
Let
it
us
feels.
go see the potential horrifying crime scene
So
she
you're
has
full up.
created.
Okay.
So I
We'll
had the
head
benefits
towards
of
the house.
full. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, before you use this spell slot, basically.
Okay.
You grab your stuff and start zipping up, and you are sleeping, but you're running to the edge of it, and you can like hear this.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of how like it invades your dreams, like whatever you're dreaming about. Sort of like there's this clang, and you hear like, "I'm surprised we did not die." And they get up and leave and walk out, and at this point the horses have been let out, and they're sort of running around in the pen area in the back of the barn. And Cal is there, the father, sort of finishing that up. He sets some stuff up and looks over and goes, "Oh, the young lady. What? In fact, a little awkward. We don't know your names.
Oh, nice.
I'm Cal. This is the Summerfane farm. I'm Cal Summerfane, and
Oh,
my wife. And
I am Ink on Skin.
Soren Lazarov.
Okay.
And she would be Isabella.
Isabella?
And the surgeon is Isaac.
Isaac, okay. Gonna have to thank him a little bit more.
Very good.
How is your son doing this morning?
Still sleeping? He seems to be fine, I guess. Louise was up a lot of the night. But, yeah. Cal, Louise, Art is the name of our son. So happy to hopefully pay something forward. We got a nice breakfast coming. And Isabella said she was going to make tea, so hot tea. So if you just head on in,
good.
just cross the yard and that first door up there, the big one. I can't miss it.
Sounds excellent. Thank you very much.
Yeah, is you
Thank you.
He'll be on the way. He's
okay? We'll let him sleep. He did a lot of work yesterday.
Yeah.
So
he did.
all right, and then you guys sort of walk in. So in there, you're making tea. It's boils pretty quick. It's hot on that wood stove, so
Yeah.
you can
I will
do it however you like.
I'll carry the kettle with me to the barn, I guess.
To the barn?
Yeah, because he's not up yet, so I'm just gonna
Oh,
bring
you're
a
taking
cup.
their kettle. You don't care. Yep.
Well, it's got tea in it, so they can't use it currently.
Makes sense. So instead of as you grab it, she goes, "Oh, she just absentmindedly goes, "Oh, there's like pads to set it on the table." She like not really a coaster, but whatever those are called. She uses the word for them. I don't know what they're called.
Or I guess I could pour it and put it on the pad on the table.
You don't have to
and
do
then-
anything. I'm saying like you said you walked out with it, so
Okay,
you walk
yeah.
out with it. That's funny. But she offers that like without looking at you, because she sort of looks this way, where you have the kettle, and then she goes back to like preparing the breakfast, and then she hears you walk behind, and then she says that like, "Hey, you can set it on one of those things, on the table. That's just fine." And then she just hears the door open, and you see Isabella walk. She opens the doors almost like when you're 10 feet away, like about to walk up the steps. She starts walking out with a super steamy kettle at this point because you're walking outside in the cold and like the vapor on it is.
Why?
Good morning.
Hi. Good morning. Is there a reason that you have taken their?
I was fixing tea for Isaac, so yes.
We were told there would be breakfast inside.
Yes, I'll wake him up and make sure that he gets breakfast.
All right, I will assure
you bring
that
a
you
cup?
have.
Oh, okay.
I have a mess kit.
Be funny. You're just like pouring it in.
No.
Hot tea.
I bought the mess kit for that reason.
Oh, okay. That's right. Yeah, you did.
I will go inside and make sure she knows you did not steal their kettle.
I don't know where I would take it, but
I do not either. It's just an interesting thing you are doing right now, but I am not surprised at this point. It doesn't involve murder, so I am not going to question it.
Cal walks by with a tin bucket over towards the well and just sort of like, he doesn't interact with it, but you can tell he can hear the conversation, and he's just like, whatever, it's weird. They saved my son's life. I'm gonna go to the well. He puts some water in a bucket and takes it inside for his wife. So you head out to Isaac as you head in, and I'm assuming that's the awkward silence and petty speech to one another about nothing. Like, oh, it sure is cold today. Like, unless you want to say anything, we'll visit you guys again in a second. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go back into the barn. If he's still asleep, I'm gonna pour a cup, and then sit down and go gently, like, shake his shoulder.
Do you have a type of tea in mind, or like, are you on orange
I think
pico?
it'd be like
or?
I don't know, like maybe like black tea or something.
Okay, so like a very Englishy.
Yeah.
Okay, so like a black tea. You smell the tea, and due to your fake English roots, you wake immediately.
Waking immediately.
Due to your
I go give him
Halvian come up.
a gentle shake on the shoulder to get him up.
You do smell the tea. It smells good. It's warm.
I just put the cup in his hands when he sits up.
You sit up and warm your fingers on the hot. Sort of, it's a tin mess cup. It's not as nice as your porcelain stuff that you usually have, but it is warm on your fingers.
We need to buy a porcelain teacup.
Yeah, what the fuck? Where's my porcelain teacup? This is bullshit.
This is trash. Just throws
No,
it.
sure.
Do better.
I'm sorry that the cup's not very great, but it's still tea.
Serious? I thought we were just kidding.
No, I'm just saying, like, legit, she might actually apologize for the fact that it's not, like, perfect.
That makes sense.
That does make sense, actually. That's all right. It's just a cup.
That's pretty much what you can say about it.
It's a cup.
It's a cup. But it does feel good on the fingers. I kind of wish I had one. Sounds nice.
I know, right? A nice warm cup.
Nice warm cup. And you sip it a little bit. You see your clothes set out. You're thinking about changing.
There's breakfast inside. I just wanted to make sure you had everything this morning.
Thank you. It's a little cold out here. I think I'm gonna get dressed and go inside.
It's much warmer inside.
It is. It is, in fact, toasty as you walk inside. As you get dressed and you come back with the kettle.
Yes.
Okay.
Then I'll
the
put it
saga
back
of
on
this kettle is...
I'll put it on the table as we walk
Okay.
in.
Yeah, you put it on the table, and there's a little doily, maybe? I don't even know what she would call it. Set down. And by the time you walk back in, the two of you can see her starting to... she has like a whole bunch of shit on the counter that she's about to bring over the table. And she tells you guys to sit down. Do you sit down, or are you the type of people that, like, no, let me help you? Like, what's going on here?
Oh, I'm sitting down.
Oh, you aren't there yet, and I know
Okay.
what your answer is.
Ink will try to help.
Okay. She starts bringing out, and you can see it's different bowls for everybody. They're pretty nice wooden bowls that have been like pretty clearly like handcrafted. They're smooth to the touch and they're sealed. You have some spoons and stuff that she sets out. She has a couple like bowls of bread that she has made and cooked in the wood oven. So it smells awesome in here, and it's nice and toasty, and so it's got that like bready taste or bready smell in the air, and a porridge. It seems egg based. There's like a grain to it, and then almost like a scrambly eggy thing to it. There seems maybe some cheese or something. You don't know. She had mentioned eggs and cheese yesterday. Maybe that's it. And sets it down in kind of like a big pot, like another cast iron pot, and sort of sets it down, and it's sort of like still roiling a little bit. And then another plate, a separate. Well, actually, it's a jar of. Both you roll nature checks as you guys end up walking in around this time.
9.
10.
Pull out a chair for Isaac.
They look like maybe pickled eggs or something.
You have to do
In a
shit
jar. They
whenever
have
I'm-
a very like it's almost like a pink tint to them, and they look like pickled eggs. And she has you sit down. She says, "Make yourself at home," and well, I guess she says it with an English accent, but make
pull
yourselves at home and grab yourself a bowl if you'd like. I'm gonna go get Art and wake him up, and we'll start the day. And she starts walking away as you sort of walk in.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull one of the chairs out for Isaac, have him sit, and then I'll go actually grab the food and put it in front of him.
Okay. You do that. There's a ladle in there, and there's some. Again, it's like a porridge. Almost looks like grits or something, mixed with what seems like egg. Cal sits down shortly after that. He has washed his hands from doing the horse stuff. That might be what the pail was. And he sits down in his spot, which is at the end of the table. And then you can see he sort of has this handkerchief and undoes it and sets it on his lap. And like there's a whole process to it. And he grabs a hunk of the bread and sort of rips it off and sets it next to it. And he has the... she ends up coming out with Art, who has a little bit of a limp, obviously. Again, sort of a pretty strapping, like 16-year-old, like sort of athlete 16-year-old body, where they're like, he's strong for his age, but he's still clearly not an adult. And he sits down. Good morning. My mom says that I'm Art. My mom says one of you guys saved my life.
Be that one over there.
Hi.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Yeah. This is weird. And then Louise sort of goes like, but it's not weird. Come on. And so you sit and you eat. The egg porridge looks like it's like eaten with hunks of bread. It has a very unique flavor, a bit salty and umami, sort of like cheese with a surprisingly heavy bite for some eggs. It's really quite good. Slightly seasoned with herbs and spices, and optionally, you can see Cal specifically, and Art to some extent, takes out those like pickled eggs. They slice them thin and eat bites of it with the porridge. And he thinks it's quite good. Would any of you like to try the pickled eggs?
I will try pickled egg.
Okay. There's like a little spoon for it that you kind of fish around and grab the egg so you don't have to get your fingers all dirty. And you put it on the little plate next to you and you slice it thin with the knives provided, and then you add it to the bowl, and it's almost like and you take a bite of it. It adds like a sweet and sour aspect. It's not pickled. Brined, sort of, but not pickled. And it's not egg. It's not egg at all. It has like a chew to it, like a meaty chew.
This is interesting. What is this? I cannot put my finger on
no.
flavor.
Oh. Sort of makes eye contact with Art, who smiles and laughs a little bit.
Oh,
Congrats, saving this kid's life from the fucking murderers.
That's
Eyeballs, isn't it?
testicle.
Oh.
Pickled testicle. One of our
Bovine testicle or...
oh, just some of the cattle. Yeah.
Okay. It is quite delicious. She takes another.
It is, and he takes another bite. It's a sort of a weird flavor for breakfast food. You're not used to like really savory, buttery, heavy stuff, but it adds a really like a brightness to the meal that makes it a little less heavy for something like it's porridge.
Soren, you have to try this. It is so good.
No, I'm extremely good, thank you.
Is it because it is testicle?
That's one of the things. Yes.
That's why I
It
don't
is all
like
part
it.
of the animal. Don't be so weird.
I'm the weird one. Yeah.
You are, yes.
Sure.
You will eat the muscle of the cow, but
Yep.
you will not eat the testicle. Where the cow, without the testicle, there would be no cows. There would be no steer.
Yeah.
Would you like
No, I'm good.
You are a surgeon. You are hypocrite. You cut into body, but will not eat where life comes from.
I thought you were upset about eating bodies.
I'm upset about. I look and realize that we're in front of a family.
Yeah. And
We
then
will
they all
discuss
kind
this
of
later.
they all kind of they don't question.
I'm sorry. She was. There was an accident. She was kicked in the head by a mule. It is.
I was not kicked in the head by a mule.
You were kicked in the head by a mule.
Why are you lying?
She does not remember. Again, she was kicked in the
I
head by a
remember
mule.
perfectly fine.
No,
I
you
was
do not. You were
in
kicked
the
in the head.
I was not.
By mule. I
What?
look at her intently.
I've
Miss,
never even
hold on.
been near a mule.
Mistress comes in. She sort of, you hear her voice a little bit in your ear and goes, "Play along, darling. We're going to have to work on some of this for sure."
What do you mean play along?
See, she talks to herself. The mule, it was big mule.
So, there's a little bit of the silent sort of like chewing of like porridge with everybody. At which point, I'm assuming you're not eating.
No.
Did you pretend?
No.
Okay.
No.
I've never had to.
Louise sort of looks over and goes like, "Is everything all right? Can I get you something else?"
Oh, I'm fine.
All right, just light eating.
I am not hungry. I'm fine.
Okay.
The mule kick, it affect the hunger center of her brain.
She's quite, quite svelte. Maybe you don't need as much. And she has like, like chubby by most standards, but she's just got a little bit of like roundness to her. In fact, both of the parents do. They seem to eat well. A little bit of that goes, and Cal takes a bite, and he sort of like wipes his face and sets the apron down, and maybe he's taking like a break for a second for digestion. Yeah, dads do. And Cal speaks up. Well, I know we can't thank you all very much, but we were thinking if y'all would like to ride into town with us and head to church. You're heading. Where are you headed to?
North.
North. Yeah. The only place north from here is town.
There's a town nearby.
Oh yeah, Town of Host.
Is that in the woods that we're headed towards?
Do you have a map?
Oh, fuck. I think I might have left it with my stuff in the barn, actually.
Well, it's. I mean, if
Would
you
you
keep
like me
walking
to
on the
go
road,
get
it's the only
it?
place you're gonna head to. So
We
you're heading
would
on this road right
We
here.
would love a ride further north.
Of course, we'll
That would
give you a
be
ride
excellent.
north.
I think I'll go get it.
It's on the way, and we'll give you a little ride in the cart in exchange for helping our son. You want to tire your feet, and you can.
I'm gonna stand up
Uh-huh.
because I'm gonna go grab the
Are you
map,
sure you don't need
and I'm-
help?
tap the cane on the ground twice, and walk out to the barn.
Wait, do I know what that means?
Yeah, we did that in the session 1.
Yeah.
Remember?
Fuck, I don't remember what
And
it
it
was.
just means like we need to fucking go.
Oh, okay. And then I'll stand up and I'll go, I'll help him. And then follow behind.
Okay. You follow behind, and you are alone for a moment as you get up.
Is something wrong?
It's just a little weird, right?
How's it weird?
They want to take us to the same place we're going, which we know where we're going. They don't know where we're going.
Are you paranoid about it?
No, but what if they're a part of it?
then maybe we just have found a way in.
That's true.
So we keep playing along.
Smart. And I'm gonna grab the map
Okay.
that I didn't forget.
Sure, yeah. And you come back in, and you pull the map out, and they take it, and they... yeah, you're heading right here. They point to the woods where you're headed.
Mm-hmm. That would be it.
All right. Well, yeah. Calling it a town's a little strong, but there's some people that live here now. It's more of like a communal living, I guess, for a little bit. But we call it a town since there's actually a store there. We can buy some stuff and helps out a little bit. So, but yeah, it's about a 2-hour ride in a cart and about a half a day's walk. So.
I much prefer a cart.
I agree.
Well, great. Can bring you to town and see if and I know that church is not for everybody, but you don't have to participate if you don't want to.
May I
But it would
ask
mean a lot to the family if.
what religion it is?
Yeah. What religion? And he sort of looks over to Louise, and Louise looks back at him, and then Art speaks up. My folks have found a little bit of little faith, but it's not really for me that much. And they say, yeah, well, we've seen the Lord's blessings, so
Which
we
Lord?
can't be. Well, I mean, if you have questions about the Lord, you should be talking to the preacher, Reverend. But
Is this the same group as the dead god people?
dead God.
The
The gods that died in the moon? No. 30 years ago? No. When I was a young boy, I did grow up, with a little bit of religion around here. I mean, Isulfa is pretty popular around here. But that's kind of not a lot of good things happening. But well, since the Reverend, bellies have been full. The world has been a little more kind. We've been able to work together a little bit, put something together, and that's why that little town is sort of cropping up. We might have another spot on the map soon.
So it's a religious gathering of folks.
Not the whole town.
Living.
Not the whole town. There's some people that don't go to the church. You don't need to go to the church, but it would mean a lot to us if you
I'm definitely
stayed for a little bit of the
So
service.
did the
Curious.
community begin with the church and then it kind of sprouted up around it?
There's
or-
really no talk of this down in the city.
No,
I have not
heard.
heard of this. I have been in the city my whole life and I have not.
Not a lot of city folk come out to the woods. It's not very surprising, but enough of the country folk coming to the city that I thought maybe it'd spread. But there's lots of people in the city, so.
Well, to be fair, me and my brother are from the Vales, and we've only been in the city for like a
Oh.
week.
And then
so.
Louise speaks up. Oh, where from?
Fuck, I can't remember the name of our town.
The Rock.
Laura.
La Rock.
Oh, a newer city. That's good. I'm from Farnalzus, which is the capital. Long ago, though, maybe 100 years or so, I haven't been back. Long before the moon crash.
She just say 100 years.
She's an elf.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
true shit.
So paranoid.
No, I just
What
my
was the
brain.
preacher's name?
Reverend.
Reverend. Sorry.
Yes.
Is that it?
Reverend Gill.
Oh.
See the first name.
I'm not sure. Cal, have you? No, we haven't. It didn't used to be a town, so we didn't used to visit. It used to just be sort of some people lived out there. But, the last couple of years, we've seen a little affluence in the area. We got a few buildings out there. A little bit of shipping happens out of there. I think that We got the Gem Hotel as well. It's more of a saloon with a couple rooms in it, but enough people come out here nowadays working.
So there's a place to stay overnight.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Again, like it's like a small little, more of a village. But yeah, you're more than welcome to do that. Or what's your? You just have business going into town and coming back. So I'm surprised you didn't know about it. If you were to head there.
We were told to go in that direction and meet a friend of our boss's, but other than that, we did not know exactly where we were going. It's sort of a need-to-know thing, I guess, and I guess we do not need to know. You know how it is.
Yeah, I got out of factory work a long time ago. Moved here, got a little nest egg, and well, we made this. So
Seems very interesting. I've not been outside of the city, and
Sure, he done.
lots of open space.
lots of open space,
Yeah, I
place
know.
to think, and quiet nights. Hear the wilderness and the wind, and only thing hard is the winters. But you know, we've had a very, very good year, so able to make this a couple additions to the home, and yeah. And now I mean, sort of slaps art on, and after that heals, we can get you doing a little bit more work around here, huh, son? And he sort of rolls his eyes and finishes his porridge.
All right. Well, we should probably go get our things together and then get ready to leave. So.
Absolutely, and yeah, we gave you some blankets. Do you need any blankets for the road? We can make more ourselves. It's not a big deal.
This is kind of a weird question. Could we perhaps buy a goat from you?
You want to buy a goat?
Yeah.
Well, you're heading back after going north. You head back to the city.
Yeah, that's the goal. Yes.
You wanna do it on the way back, and so you have to carry a goat into town and back.
Well, that's probably best, actually.
I mean, I am
Yeah,
willing.
you're right.
We got sort of looks over. I mean, we could use some like expendable cash. I actually don't have a problem selling you one of the goats, as long as it's not one of the milk goats.
No, it's whatever one you'll be okay with.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
specific or particular.
Forgive me for prying. You gonna farm in the city, or what's
No. Just
using it for food?
A pet goat. I've always wanted pet goat. You know.
Why? They make terrible pets.
It's been a childhood dream of mine. My friend used to read us books, and there would be goat in book, and I would point at goat and say, I want that goat. You know, it's just one of those things.
Okay.
That's a really good life.
All right. Is there anything you guys want to talk about at the table while you're eating breakfast?
at the table? Fuck no.
We heard some howling overnight. Did you hear that?
No.
No.
You didn't hear the noises.
No. I mean, there's like wolves, coyotes, stuff like that.
It
We
wasn't
were
a
a little
wolf.
preoccupied.
It definitely
with
wasn't a wolf or a coyote. It was. Well, Soren believes it was a Wendigo.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, they are
Why don't we
cannibalistic,
not worry the
flesh-eating
people?
monsters.
Okay.
Well, sometimes monsters exist, and we take care of them.
Oh.
But you should be careful.
I think you
that
should be
is a
careful.
Wendigo.
You're walking around in these. You're walking on these roads. We have this nice house, and we can protect ourselves. We got people. I'm not worried about your monster story.
Art, now that you're awake, do you remember what happened?
They both look at Art, and he sort of thinks for a second, and he rubs his leg, and I'm sorry. I remember the pain of it, the shock of it, and then
What were you
I
doing?
remember bits of, walking back and you guys, and I remember the first one you pulled out, and then I don't remember anything else just until middle of the night last night, I woke up with some pain.
What were you doing right before you got hurt?
Well, I was, we have some things out in the woods there for, you know, different projects and stuff. We got some wood from out there. And, you know, we've been having like a wolf, coyote every once in a while. It must have been something like that.
I don't think a wolf would leave chips of
Well,
moonstone in you.
I guess I don't either, but I don't know what.
You didn't hear anything before you were attacked. You just felt pain.
Well, he sort of rubs his leg and he thinks for a second. And there's a knock at the door. And that sort of interrupts the conversation for a second. And Cal sort of leans back. And there's a man standing at the door. As you look out, like the sort of screen door that you walked into. A big man, sort of burly, big beard, wide set. He has boots on, trousers that pulled up with suspenders, and then like long underwear and sort of a hat. Kind of looks like a cowboy, but like a large, more like a farmhand. And then Cal goes, Brother Timbo, come on in, man. We got breakfast. And there's a little bit of a pause in the man, and then he opens the door and walks in with. And you can hear the like heavy steps of his boots like, onto the wood floors. Well, morning, folks. Didn't realize anyone was here. Sort of looks at the parents like, who are these fucking people? What brings you by this morning, brother? And Timbo says, well, I took care of that, what I think is the animal that got your boy here. And Art sort of, oh, you got it? Yep. Took care of the animal, I think. It was a wild boar. And he sort of walks in, and Louise goes, oh, would you like to help yourself to some breakfast? And he goes, I think I will. And he sort of grabs a bowl and scoops porridge in it, grabs one of the, he puts his whole hand into the testicle thing, just eats the whole thing whole, and sort of spins it up and grabs a hunk of bread and sort of dips it in and starts eating.
We should go get ready to leave, probably.
Sure. Could I insight check him saying it was a wild boar?
Yeah.
Okay.
Get up and start walking out.
Sure. Can I see if like the family's demeanor changes when he's here? Are they more nervous?
Insight
with him
check
around?
on them.
22.
22. Okay. I will text you these insight checks
Okay.
instead of whispering, just because of how our set's built. It seems like it might be. And what was your insight check?
I rolled a 1. So
Okay,
you don't have to
okay,
text me.
okay.
I get it.
And what was your specific insight question? Again, just what his
Like,
vibe is.
His
Uncle
vibe when he
Timbo?
said like I got it. It's a wild boar.
Oh, the red string in my brain right now.
I have a Charlie board in my head.
Mm-hmm. These people are all a
They're all
cannibalistic
fucking
cult.
cannibals.
It's a cannibalistic cult. They never go
If
hungry.
you made
They're
me eat a
eating
human testicle, I swear to God.
You ate human, you ate human before Isabella did. I'm just putting that out there. You were the first.
We'll cross that bridge
If
if
that
we get to it.
happens, I'm never letting you live it down.
At least it wasn't live.
He takes a bite, and as you guys sort of finish up, you know, he says to Cal, like, you know, and I burned it after I killed, just like you're supposed to, so should be all set. And then you guys walk out.
Are we in the barn yet?
You are walking across the yard and
Okay.
can be in the barn right now.
Did he just mention
This is
burning?
bullshit.
Burning a
He
boar.
was lying about
He's
that
absolutely
boar.
lying.
That was
So it
not
sounds
true.
like Well, when I mentioned the Wendigo, they were very quick and not surprised whatsoever, so maybe they're
So,
aware.
here's what I'm thinking. One, they're part of the group that we're going to investigate right now.
Potentially.
Two,
Seems likely.
you ate a human testicle.
Okay, we do not know if it is human, and also you also ate food that they gave you. So even if I ate a testicle, you probably ate something else that is
Well,
also not a
It is
testicle. I want to
led
point that
by
out.
a Reverend
I don't know.
Gill.
Who is, by
That's
the
the
way,
same name as the
Yeah.
guy who
Yes.
who we are looking for in the first place, who has supposedly died and owns the property. It is a fake name that guy is using.
They wouldn't tell us what god they worship either,
No.
which is interesting because
Pretty s-
normally religious folk are quick to.
Yeah,
try to
they'll be like, hey, would you like to
proselytize."
hear about our Lord and Savior?
Okay. Just so you know, we have to play along completely.
Yes.
We have to buy in 100% for this to work.
It sounds good there. You can can you do that?
Sure.
Do not let anyone know what we are doing secretly.
Okay, I can adapt to a social situation.
Can you though?
Yeah.
I'm capable of it, yes.
Why do you choose not to in most situations then?
I feel like some people don't. They hold back questions that they otherwise would ask for no reason.
There are usually reasons. There are usually social reasons
Is
and
it a reason or are you just like afraid?
no, it's a reason. There are reasons. Just because they are not reasons you care about does not mean they are not reasons.
Me bringing up the Wendigo actually got us some interesting reactions.
Now they may know that
They
we
might-
have ideas of what may be going on here, and now they may try to get rid of us, and I don't want
That
to.
is a good point.
We need less conflict.
Letting people know what you know is not always the best course of action, because now they know we know, and now we know, they know we know, they know we know.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
he's a horror writer, and you know, monsters exist, so maybe it's not that bad.
None of those words held
It's
at
very
all.
Well, he is a writer.
He
It
writes
makes
stories
sense that
about
we
those
would
sorts
know
of
about
things.
a Wendigo, right? It would make sense. That is probably the
But-
least of our
Have you
concerns.
mentioned you are a
No.
writer to them at
They-
all? They
they
do
don't
not
know
even
that.
know this.
No one asked. It's okay.
It's
That's
fine.
like
No
the
one asked,
least-
"Are you a writer, sir?"
Well, no one was like, "How do
I
you
know,
know it was
it's
a
a joke.
Wendigo?"
Mr. Lazarev has a great point about we should pretend to know less.
I agree. This is gonna suck.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah. At the very least, if we need to kidnap anyone, at least one of them cannot run. We know that.
That's true.
That's
Depends
true.
on how
Just
much
aim
he
for the leg.
knows.
Also, they did mention he was not a follower.
They said
Yeah.
that the religion was
Mm,
a choice, which is not typical of cults,
A lot of cults are a choice.
the alternative may be
but they
what
allow
happened to art.
members to not worship.
I think, well,
It's probably. They're
The
probably
fact that
working
he is a
on it.
minor may
Yeah.
have something to do with
He
it.
is a child.
he still almost died.
Yes.
He would
By
have
a
died if not for us.
Boar.
Yes.
Yeah.
A boar.
So the
They seem to accept that explanation rather quickly.
I would imagine that they know what the
So- They must know what actually attacked him.
potentially.
And it
Yeah.
seems like he's lying about
He
before
absolutely-
he was attacked.
or this incredible predator made no noise as it approached.
Maybe it's something that they're making.
Or something that was
Perhaps they're.
transformed out of.
I was going to say, perhaps they're feeding something to make it into a Wendigo.
Maybe they're actually cannibals. Which
The
would
Reverend?
mean.
They did say everyone has been eating well since the Reverend moved in.
But also. The box came from here, right?
We believe that there is a connection.
If
The
it
box
did.
was on its way here.
Well, I was talking about from the woods, though.
What do you mean?
I didn't know if they were smuggling it from the woods to
No,
here.
the train came from around. So
I just had to get.
I'll show
memory.
you.
It's been
I'll
a
show
while.
the train, well, the paths from the Zeller Nation all the way around and then over.
Okay, we're to the
Um,
north. Got it.
But it was coming to the warehouse in the name of Gil.
Yeah, which is
And
so
that
then-
goes back and forth to the
yeah.
woods.
Okay, so it was on its way.
So
to
it wasn't from the woods down into the city. It's the city into the woods.
So, so we intercepted it on the way to the woods. Got it.
Perhaps Gil is doing some sort of strange experiments.
Very possible. Yeah.
I do not like going to church even when there aren't potential cannibals involved.
Mistress was in a similar box. So.
Well,
Exactly.
you could explore the settlement while we go to church.
I do not want to split up when we are in a potential cannibal village. I feel like that is how a lot of. You're a horror
Churches?
writer. I think you should know that that is a bad idea.
Also,
No, it happens in most of the stories.
and then what happens?
Oh, only good things.
Not for the
None of
characters.
us believe you.
Well, it's called an exposition, and then you
It's
know.
not normally good for the characters.
No.
We
No,
are the
not for the
characters
characters.
that would be splitting up.
I'm being facetious.
Work on it.
Work on it.
I will be more obvious in the future.
Okay, so you've been in here for a little bit.
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
We have our things packed and ready. Yeah, while we're talking, I've been packing up our
Yeah.
stuff so we
Do
can.
you
Get the
have
fuck outta
any
here.
flammable chemicals?
What'd you say?
Flammable chemicals?
Ah, okay. We gotta be robust with our volume.
Project.
Because this is right in my ear, so it's hard to.
No, I don't. I don't have any flammable. I
You have alcohol in
You
your
do have-
soda?
I do have
Yeah.
alchemist supplies.
Well, with your lantern, you have 1 flask of oil,
That's true.
which is lantern flammable. So.
If there is a Wendigo afoot, we should be ready to make fire at any time. Maybe our best bet to hold it off.
I feel like the people are trying to control it, or
It's a terrible idea.
burning them, or attacking them. I don't know.
Or harvesting it, or harboring it and feeding it.
Yeah. I don't want any part of that.
So hopefully it doesn't attack us.
Though we're outsiders.
That is true.
They may try to kill all 4 of us today.
They can try.
That's the spirit.
I'd rather they did not try.
Well, yeah, I think that would be the best for all of us, but
Well, then Mistress will have an excuse to get fed today. So
I would be okay with that.
that's
If they try
If
to
they
kill us.
try and kill
If
us,
they tried to
yeah.
kill us.
yeah. And also, you can't really complain anymore. And I'm gonna
We
walk
do
out
not
of the
know
barn.
any
Just gonna walk out.
Are you gonna keep digging that in? Because it's probably a human testicle.
Just had to keep. I just had to for the conversation. It's too perfect.
Okay. So, you walk back towards the house. The family starts to clean up. By the time you get back, Uncle Timbo has left.
That's surprising.
Well, all right. We're just gonna load on up into the cart soon. Here, you got a little bit of time if you need anything. We're just gonna get in our best and change clothes a little bit, wash up, and looks like you guys are all already set. So, if you just want to wait out next to the cart or make yourself at home, whatever you need to do, and we'll be right out. And Art's going and grabbing a horse for the cart. So he insisted. So he's out there, and you did once you walked out. You did hear someone in the pen area, which means he had to walk into the barn and through while you guys were talking in the other room. But none of your passive perceptions are high enough, so you don't know if he heard anything.
He's fine. He's a child. He hates this place too. It's fine. It's fine.
You could kill the kid right now.
I-
You're alone outside with him. So, what do you guys want to do over the course of the next 15 minutes? Just hang out near the cart and be easy.
Yeah, just be easy.
I'm actually gonna try. I'll ask Art if he needs help. Because his
Okay.
leg.
With his leg,
Well,
with the
because of
horse?
his leg, like with the horse, does he need help?
comes over and goes, no, I'm okay. I'm okay. Do you even know how to do horse things anyway? You just like put the bridle on.
No, but I've read a lot about them.
You could pet him if you want.
Sure.
His name's Clip.
I'll reach up and sort of pet the face of the horse a little. Like,
Okay, roll an animal handling check.
Do they have another horse
With
named-
advantage, because he's right there.
named Clop?
clip.
They might.
Okay.
That is. Oh, actually.
You can
pretty
ask
good.
what the other horses are named.
I kind of hate this setup where the
'Cause they
journal is part of my character sheet.
They have, 2 horses, 1 cow, chickens, goats, and a barn cat.
I have a -2, so 16.
16. Okay, yeah. With his help, there's a little bit of this like bristling, like a snort in your direction. But he goes, "It's okay," and he sort of rubs the top, and then he takes your hand, like by the wrist, and he very gently, and he does just like this, and he starts that. And there's a moment where you sort of like horse girl shit. There's a little connection. It's actually like it's a big creature. It's actually you're surprised that it meant anything at all to you. Not that it means a lot, but it was like oh, and then that was kind of it for you. But and then Mistress goes, "Can we? I could try."
Too big.
There's gonna be horse cock jokes.
God
damn it. God damn it.
You did it.
I didn't
You
do
did
it.
it.
I didn't
You
even
did it.
think
No.
about it
You
until
did
you
it.
I
said
know, the
it.
memes are happening,
You
dude.
did it.
There's nothing I can do.
Charisma saves.
No,
Charisma saves.
you opened the fucking Pandora's box. The minute
Jake
you
said
it.
horsecock, not me.
We opened the box, yeah, that's true.
Uh,
That's true.
Hey, you can't shut it again once a horse. Anyway,
Stop! Is this just appealing to the Vosh audience now?
is there? I don't know.
Vosh really likes horse sticks.
Well,
so.
we're not gonna.
That's dangerous. A guy died trying to fuck a horse
Yeah,
once.
yeah.
Destroyed his insides.
You guys are talking about that as the family comes out, and
No,
I swear, he tried to. He was trying to fuck a horse. I don't think this is good.
Here's
So
something
the-
they get kicked too. Quite forceful.
the front. It's a basically a 2-seater, and in the back, it normally looks like things are looks like the bed of a pickup truck, basically made out of wood. And there's like little seating areas on the sides, with sort of like what looks like fencing on the.
We've played Skyrim. We know what carts look like.
It's not quite a Skyrim prisoner. Oh, cart, but
You're finally
you're
awake.
juniper
finally
berries.
That's exactly what's gonna happen. We're gonna wake up in a fucking
You're
cold
finally
prison.
awake.
Oh, you're finally awake. It's just ink. Oh, you're finally awake. You want pickled testicle?
Someone
They
mod
got
that.
you crossing the border.
They got to be crossing border. They are fascists. Anyway,
Fuck's
Oh, now
the
I gotta
cereals.
restart Skyrim with an ink
Long
character.
live
we
the
should restart
Stormcloak.
Skyrim with
Oh yeah, you can literally make a Khajiit.
the wife.
What?
Kenneth.
What?
Oh shit! Yeah, I forgot we used to do that.
Oh.
So, you load up into the cart and it starts clipping and a clopping down the road. And guess what?
So does the sound?
It's like we're there.
Bro, I'm so immersed.
The most immersed.
I swear to God, I'm still fucking high. I don't know what's going on with
Maybe
my
you are.
brain.
And so, a short trek to the north towards the town of Host begins. It's warming up a little bit. The chill on your nose is still there, kind of like in real life right now.
So cold.
And Art is sitting in the back with you, kind of stretching his left leg out, keeping the pain from like binding up as he bends it. And he starts to talk to you guys every once in a while. You go by other rural farms out here. This is by no means the only one. This road sort of winds in between like very light hills. So where do y'all come from?
I'm from the Zilleran Nation myself.
Is that place all the way to the north?
Yes.
Oh wow. What's that like?
It's actually much colder than this.
Well, that's good.
Come from a small mining village, so.
Eben Foles, born and raised. This is the first time being out of the city, actually. It is different.
I've actually never been.
It is, if you
That's
ever
what
go.
my parents did the same thing, and you hear Louise go, "It's dangerous there."
It is. If you ever go, watch your wallets.
And are you your brother and sister?
We're from the Vales. From La Roque.
Okay, so not far. That's pretty cool. And then you hear ahead on the road like, "Hey!" And you see up ahead a sort of a like maybe 30s to 40s, like late 30s, early 40s woman. She's got kind of like a hat on for the day, and then kind of like warmish clothing, sort of country clothing with long boots on. And she says hi, and they wave, and then as you guys are walking by slowly, she sort of walks along the cart for a moment. You can see like what you assume is her house is kind of down a drive a little bit. They say like, "Oh, hi, Sally," and Sally replies, "Hey y'all, y'all haven't seen Yenny, have you?" And they look at each other and shake their heads. "I'm still looking for that man. He run off and got drunk. Stayed out for too long."
How long has he been missing?
You ask. She looks at you and goes, "Oh, hello. Name's Sally.
Good morning.
Good morning. He's been gone for 3 days now, but I think he went to the damn city on him. Got drunk, probably locked up with some whore." And then she kind of stops herself because Art's in the back, and you see both of them sort of sternly look at Sally, and she's like, sorry. And Art sort of giggles. And then Cal goes, "You should give church a try. Maybe a bit of praying will do you some good." And she goes, "Oh, I don't know." And he's going to roll a persuasion check. See if she comes along. "No, I got a lot to do with the house, but thank you kindly. I might join you guys soon. You've been saying some good things about the reference." So I go, "Okay," and he sort of tips his riding cap to Sally, and Sally goes, "Nice to meet you," and goes back to what she's doing. Looks like she opens up the basket that she's holding. It looks like she's just picking flowers, like out of the ditch in front of the house.
It was Yenny, right? Not Benny.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Yenny. No, Benny was.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure.
Benny is with an I, and
Make sure I
is
didn't
also married to what's her face,
hear it wrong.
Germa. Okay, is there anything else you'd like to do before you head in? Any discussions? Any questions you want to ask the family?
I'm good. Can't wait to go to a cult.
It'd be funny if
So-
it was just a normal, nice town and we're just
It's not.
paranoid.
How long have you all lived out here?
As you start to pull in to the town, they say, "Oh, we lived out here for like 20 years. Got pregnant in the 4th winter, and what?" And Art goes, "Gross, Ma." And yeah, you pull into the small little village town of Host. You're surprised to see it's not huge, but it's decent. It's like a little frontier town. There's homes. There seems to be a business or two, and the church that you park beside. It's got a little stone pathway that leans up to it. You can see other carts pull out there. and there's an entire congregation gathered outside in their nicest country dress. And these people are also not like skinny little woods people. There's a like you sort of half expected them to be a little like down and out, but they seem to have like a nice peaceful existence out here. It actually seems like people out here eat quite well, as you see a little bit more roundness to everybody. It stands out that people more often than not are not like it's not like too much, but it's definitely like a noticeable amount of town girth.
A lot of red meat, huh?
Most people,
Could we not use the word town girth?
most people are quite jolly looking.
Oh yeah, this is better.
The church itself is simply stone and steepled. Nothing terribly special about it. So you park out front and get down out of there. They start to mingle with the other parishioners. I guess there's a couple dozen, maybe 40. So I guess 3 dozen, something like that. So, is there anything you want to do as you know how the beginning of church is, where they all sort of mingle and there's the din of people talking and you don't know anybody. So, anything you guys want to do?
Do they have any things like at the church? They do old ladies do donuts.
You're not in the church. You're outside of it.
Okay.
You do
Wait, you
smell.
had donuts at your church?
Yeah, they had
Oh
donuts.
yeah,
What the
yeah.
fuck?
The cookie ladies are the reason to
Yeah.
go to a Lutheran church.
Yeah, that was just super
Catholicism
normal for
sucks.
us.
We
I
had
didn't-
donuts
didn't-
after my Catholic.
I didn't go to church.
We always had
Catholics
donuts.
are
No,
different.
that's
You get
when you
snacks in the middle.
that's when you go to Denny's or something after.
Yeah, we always had
IHOP.
donuts and cookies and cakes and coffees.
Oh,
We
no,
didn't have that shit.
We went to the Catholic school right next door, and they always had donuts.
Oh, we just
It was great.
would,
Nah,
That's the only
religion.
reason I went.
After
It was
church,
free
we
food
would
every
go
Monday.
eat
Every
somewhere.
Sunday. Free breakfast.
You know what I did
every
on
Sunday.
Sundays? Slept like a boss.
And the priest
I did,
always made
in
sure
the
to finish
pew.
up before the Packers
I would
kicked
never do
off,
something.
which
Oh
was
my
great.
God, Wisconsin.
No one knows anything about that. So,
Everyone loves the Packers.
yeah, people are mingling about outside. It doesn't seem very long
Any
before the
symbols
service.
at all?
You do smell what?
Symbols like religious
Symbols on the
symbols?
church? You can roll a
Nothing.
perception check.
I don't see shit. 5.
In fact, it's a pretty dull-looking church.
Okay.
Yeah, so you didn't really miss anything. You fell forward, or failed forward, but there's really
Yeah,
nothing
okay.
to.
I don't know if
The
there's
answer
gonna
was
be,
going
like,
to be disappointing nonetheless. So,
Like if they're-
you do smell in the air
human flesh.
food. You
Pork.
maybe. You smell.
It
You
smells like lung pig out there.
you smell normal fires, and you see some houses with
sweet
chimneys, and flames. So you kind of smell the morning's breakfast of the town. It's a mixed bag. You smell notes of bread and meat, but you also smell like baked goods, like cookies and sweetness and stuff. So you do see a pie on a windowsill. Yeah, this is
Tom
it's
and
like
Jerry
it's
cartoon.
it's a little idyllic.
It's
well, it's
too
cooling.
perfectly culty.
It's a cult.
It's cool. It's
It's a
cooling.
cult.
You also see because again, this isn't a small town. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 buildings.
Okay.
17.
God damn.
It's not big, but it's not small either.
Yeah.
And
That's bigger than a Skyrim town.
that's true. It's definitely more populated as well. You have you do see the second biggest building. The biggest building is definitely this barn that's not far from you that has a what's it called? A stable where you can see horses and stuff. They look like big, strong horses. You can see some empty carts out front, probably part of the shipping process. The other building, the biggest one, is sort of if you're standing with the church on your left, there's some buildings. It's almost like a grass alleyway. Think of remember in Red Dead, how the buildings are on that main strip, and then there's sort of like some other. You can kind of walk behind them and
Like
stuff.
in Saint Denis, you mean? Like in
Yeah.
Okay.
Very, or no, not like Saint Denis is the big city, isn't
Yeah,
it?
what do
No,
you-
not
no,
like
what are you
that.
talking
No,
about?
the little one.
The first town
the
you go
first
to.
town you go into the
Oh,
rob the bank.
Armadillo.
Armadillo.
Yeah,
That's the
okay.
one. It's like that size where there's a few houses.
No, Valentine. Sorry, Armadillo's the
Valentine,
first
yeah.
I gotta play that
There's
game
there's a
again.
church, and then you can kind of walk. Like, you could walk across the grass to a different building. There's not like sidewalks or anything. And that big building is. It says on looks like all sides the Gem Hotel. It's a large square building with a wraparound porch that goes on all sides, and it's 2 stories. It's not like super nice or anything, but there seems to be smells coming from that as it sees multiple fireplace chimneys all going. The place is actually a little lively. There's some people working. They don't seem to be going to the church service, but here you are.
So there are people surrounding the church, kind of waiting for it.
Yeah, there's about, again, a little bit under 40 people. And then there are the other people in town.
Oh God, it's just an H.H. Holmes hotel.
Just
It's not a hotel.
It's an H.H.
Oh,
Holmes
the other
hotel.
one? It's not nearly as big as that, but yeah.
Fucking hotel of murder.
Should we try and talk to some of the other congregants and see if we can learn anything?
Cal comes over and puts his hand on the backs of the 2 of you that are standing next to each other, whispering, and he goes, "I'm so glad that you decided to join us today. The service will be starting in, I don't know, a couple minutes, and the Reverend will be ready for us, and we'll head on in. But we'll make you space near the front with us, so we'll save some spots.
that
so
would
don't
be perfect.
worry about it. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
All right, feel free to mingle. I know it's a little weird, don't know anybody, but everyone's really, really kind around here. And you probably have enough time to walk around the town. It's not very big, so if you want to do that, you can. We'll be right here."
I'm gonna walk around and see if I can find out where that meat smell is coming from.
Okay, we're following meat smells. Go ahead and roll a perception check with your snoot.
Look for toes. Toes in the pie.
It's just an 8.
An 8? Well, there are some houses. There's a hill sort of opposite where the church is, I guess along the road. And it seems like an old cemetery, which, and you know just from being in universe in real life, there hasn't been like people buried in quite some time. So it seems like a pretty old, out of repair cemetery that probably was a family plot. But it nonetheless is a hill. There are some houses in front of it that seem to be giving off some smell. The most robust smell is definitely coming from the stable that you walk right by to get there, which is just shit. It smells like shit. So it's basically this street, and then there's like a main street that runs sideways that has... are we all walking around?
I think no.
You're staying with the parishioners, and you're walking around
yeah, I
town
guess we're
alone?
just gonna walk
I'm
around
assuming
alone.
you're following.
I'll follow him.
Okay. And what do the 2 of you are going to talk to some parishioners?
I would like to.
Okay.
I'll just accompany. Yeah.
Okay. So you walk around, and just because you don't need to roll perception check to see these things because they're right in front of your face. I'm assuming you don't want to walk into the cemetery and.
No, I
Okay.
just want to like see if
Yeah.
I can get some
Yeah, there's houses
some housers.
houses made of timber, and they're nice, but sort of like log cabin style with sort of a mud paste. It's called chinking
We get it. You watch a lot of Townsend.
to keep. Well, I don't want to. Well, anyway, to keep it sort of insulated, they so it looks like they make them here, they're not manufactured or anything. There's several horses inside the stables. There's a normal-looking house across, like literally across the street from the church. So if you were looking at the door of the church and you did a 180, there'd be the door of the other house right across. It's a normal enough-looking house. Looks like the others. There's a sort of in a triangle. There's the church, the house I was just describing, and then like right here is like a locked up sort of like brick building. It's like a rectangular building with double doors and 2 big locks on the front of it. No windows. It has like a little bit of a roof on it. Sort of looks like a shed.
Little saucy.
But it's a sturdy shed. There is it does have a name. The church does have a name when you look for symbols. And it's in common. And I forgot to say this to you, but there's like a little sign next to the church, because it's not on the church. It's next to the church, sort of like, you always see them like this, and it has that little like wavy wood pattern. On it says the Church of the Feast.
It's a little fucking.
There you can smell the smell of, and
It couldn't be
hear,
more obvious.
you can hear the sound of clinking metal, and there's a smithy here that probably makes like farming tools and shit like that. There is a place that people park carts and horses and stuff behind the hotel, the Gem Hotel, and then there's the hotel itself, which is more of, as you walk by, it looks like more like a saloon again at the bottom with rooms. It seems like a bar with some circular tables. But there are some people in there eating breakfast. Apparently, it also just is like the only place in town. Like, you grew up in a small town. Do you remember before the McDonald's came in there
No.
at all? Damn, you're not that old. But before, in our small town where we grew up, there was before the McDonald's came in, there was a small little place, and I forget what the hell it's called, but it always smelled like breakfast food in the morning. And it was, in fact, there was like a big old building there. And it's kind of like that, only like 30 years old, not quite, like 6 years old, I guess. This is like a newer thing. But there are a couple other things, and then there's a general store. A couple other buildings and general store. So it's pretty small, but you clocked all of that within like the 10-minute walk, and you come back. While that's happening, and unless you guys want to do anything, you just want to walk through and take catalog of the space and come back.
That's what I want to do. Yeah.
All right. You guys wanted to talk to a parishioner or two, so are you looking for anyone in particular?
What's not a group of old ladies necessarily.
Okay.
I don't just want it to be like, oh, hello, someone I can actually have a conversation with.
Yeah. Old ladies, well known to be incoherent, babbling fools.
Well, cannibal old ladies, maybe. They have like prion disease or something.
Please don't cancel me for ageism.
Fuck the olds. Who are you looking for?
Is there any other group that looks to be around like Cal's age and his wife? Like,
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay.
There's some people that have, like, there's a young couple, maybe younger than Cal,
Sure.
that have a young baby.
Okay, I'll go and
Okay.
say hi to them.
You walk up to them, and they are both human, sort of like tan skinned, not like a dark color to them, but you can tell they're not quite from this area, which is more of a pale, probably from northwest of here. But you can tell that they like the country style. Like, she has like a blue sort of like Sunday best, and he's wearing like cowboy boots and like really nice blue jeans and that
For
kind of.
some reason, I'm picturing
feeling.
Ben Shapiro when he wore the cowboy shit.
You can picture Ben Shapiro.
I'm gonna picture Ben
Or
Shapiro.
you can picture me when I wore the cowboy shit, which is much better.
You look better than Ben Shapiro.
Yeah,
That's
you
true.
do. You
See?
look way better than Ben Shapiro.
Well, that's not what our bar is.
it's not my bar.
And that's also not who I'm describing. It's Ben Shapiro. So, and Ben Shapiro has his wife and his baby, and they introduce themselves as Ben and Abby. And,
She sounds like has a lovely singing voice, I bet. Not
maybe
at
we'll
all
find
too
out
happens
in the
to do
church.
opera.
Maybe we'll find out when she sings in the church. But at first, there's a little novelty in your arrival from these people who are ignorant and do not meet people like you. But they bring it in a little bit quickly.
Okay.
They like go. They initially do this like, oh, like that kind of thing, and then they
Like
they
they
go,
want to touch my fur and feel the texture.
but they hold back, and they just go. Oh, welcome to the church and feast. So nice to see new faces around here.
Hello, I am Ink.
It's Soren.
Ben and my wife Abby.
It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
God damn it.
Kale brought us in. We gave them a ham the other day, and he invited us to your lovely church. So we just wanted.
Yeah, actually, you must be the folks that helped young Art there. Are you the surgeon?
I am not. Our friend is he. I think he went to go look around town a little bit.
Well, welcome to the church.
Well, thank you. Actually, I had a few questions. I guess we
Yeah, absolutely.
did not tell us much about the church. We were wondering.
It's a small little place. So.
Yeah. What
Yeah.
What exactly are you guys, all about here? Where I come from, I am from the city, so they have the cult of the Shattered God. I don't know if you've heard of them.
Yeah, there's been some whispers.
Yeah, so I was just wondering what You guys are all about I see
Oh, like what
Church
the-
of the Feast.
Church of the Feast. That's right.
And
It's a church sort of born out of community. It's about making sure that while we're all out here, we're sort of like collectively we work together and feed each other. And
sounds a little reminiscent of what was the old one's name? Sulfa. She was farming.
a little bit, but without all the bureaucracy that goes
Sure.
into big religions, big organized ones like that. Yeah, this one is, the Reverend can tell you a lot more about. I mean, the service is gonna, you're gonna learn a lot.
Oh.
But yeah, I think it's been a good thing for the town, and the Reverend's been real kind and generous with everything. And we were a little skeptical at first, but we've been members for, since before he was born. Sort of touches the little baby. I mean, the baby's probably like 8 months old. It's a young child, and
Wow, that long. So how long has the Reverend been here since he came and
Reverend's
began?
been here probably 4 years.
4 years. Okay, interesting.
When did Mr. Gill die?
6 years.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, Mr. Gill died six years ago. Yeah. Is there anything? The service should be soon. It sort of looks up at the sun. It's kind of hard to tell. It gets towards wintertime, but yeah, it should be soon enough.
Well, excellent. Thank you. It has been delightful to meet you and your little one here.
Absolutely. You look at the baby, and it's just I'm a baby. Being a baby, it doesn't look like it knows.
That baby's gonna be a cannibal.
Maybe.
Well, not if we
Might
kill it.
already be.
So.
Hey, we found a baby. Finally. Could test the baby theory.
What was the baby theory?
If there was a baby left alone, what would I do with it?
Oh,
It has parents, so
it can still be.
That's
For
probably
now.
what, a tiny creature?
Babies are tiny. Yeah.
6 seconds, that's all, right?
I think we should
Yes.
try rehabilitating
Just,
the cannibal
just a
baby
quick
first.
6-second slurp.
try.
Yeah.
Okay.
Baby Wendigo.
Well,
Think of how cute.
anyone's a
that would be.
cannibal here. You can't dodge it.
I feel like accidental cannibalism doesn't count.
Oh, it absolutely.
It
I don't
absolutely,
think it
it's
counts.
still
It
human
counts.
parts.
I don't think it counts.
You're still gonna turn into a Wendigo.
You know what? Fuck it. Fine. That sounds
No more
fun.
to
To
put
be
you down
fair,
like old
to be
Yeller.
fair, Tabaxi, maybe you're not a cannibal.
Maybe.
Because cannibal,
Okay.
you have to like
okay.
eat your own.
Maybe.
That's
Unless-
like eating
unless
your own.
it's
Tabaxi testicles.
Yeah, unless it was a Tabaxi testicle, but
Jake, quick, whip up a Wendigo race. Just real quick, the subclass.
A race of Wendigos?
Yeah. So
Well,
I
you
can
have to.
play
You
it.
have to be. I think you have to experience. I think the official lore of Wendigos is you have to like resort to cannibalism in the cold of winter, right? Something like that.
Okay.
Stories vary, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's usually in the cold of winter.
Yeah. Anyway. Church service is about to begin. The doors open with a and inside is a single room church. It has pews for enough people. As you sort of step in, you can feel that sort of like hollowness to the floor, that thump, thump, thump. And in the back, a thin man, especially considering his flock, with a square-set jaw, long, scraggly hair, a patchy beard, and tinted spectacles, stands on a slightly risen, tiny stage. He wears simple clothes, a pair of denim trousers, a cotton shirt with not a bead of sweat on him. In this humid place, as you open the door, it's humid immediately as all the people sort of shuffle in, as you stuff inside with the rest of the congregation, standing a bit too close to the strangers beside you. As you do so, you silently sort of stand there while everyone sort of files in, the doors shut. Very quickly goes from cold to too hot. Not like supernaturally hot, like It's just fucking warm in here with all the
Stuffy.
people, and the doors were closed. It was stuffy, and you can even start to like smell, you know, that warm sort of butt that comes with being in small
Yeah.
spaces with a bunch of people, dozens of people. So it's warm and smelly, and people are sort of like talking. There's a little bit of a talking going on as people sort of like greet each other and let me scooch by, a sort of thing, and everyone's finding a spot on the pew.
Oh, let me squeeze right past.
And then he slaps his hand on a large sort of box that's sitting behind him, draped in hand-woven fabric of some kind. It's definitely the cleanest thing in here. The hollow thump causes the parish to go dead quiet and stand at attention, including yourselves. Welcome, family, long-time members and newcomers alike. And he looks in your direction as the congregation responds back to him in perfect unison. Welcome back, Reverend Gill. How's the feast been for y'all this week? All in unison. Our bellies are full, Reverend Gill. As I said it would be. The way he says this has a depth you didn't expect, a look of seriousness. I ask you, family, with them full bellies, have you paid mind to the cost of such a luxury? Have you done what it takes to be selected, to be at the head of the table for the feasting night? He looks sternly at the parish as if to ensure they do their best in this circumstance. What is at stake is not only your mortal blessings, but the blessings that provide you with life everlasting. I am proof positive of that faith and what it can provide. I tell you, family, I've been at the lowest of lows, but I scratched and I clawed my way into the good graces of the good Lord, the King of Nothing. They say faith ain't got no place in this modern world, but I tell you, family, that the modern world ain't got no place in faith. The crowd erupts in a holy celebration at this, hooting and dancing with their arms, grabbing at nothing above their heads. There's a pause as he allows the cheers to roll over. You feel yourselves sort of stuffed into this box with these people, not at all feeling what they're feeling. You may be seated. And you hear that shuffle of everyone as the flock presses down into their seats as you pull your arms in awkwardly, except for you, Isabella. You let those elbows out next to everybody else, just like you normally do. There are those that walk this world without faith. I was once such a man. No, not a man. Not a man at all, but a hollow one. Empty of the Lord. I had to purge that hollow form in pursuits of something better. I got saved, family. He says this solemnly, and the flock sort of audibly shudders at the thought of it. I say, family, if you think you're pure of heart and pure soul, I say, don't you stand up. Don't you come up here and eat of the body of our Lord and take him into you. You're doing fine on your own. Your bellies can fill themselves. The flock shakes their heads collectively, eyes closed, and many of them mouthing, no, 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 over and over, silently to themselves. No, no, no. But if you're in need of assistance, if you got something ailing you, whether it's a fractured soul or a bum knee, well, no wound is too deep nor too minute. If that happens to be the case, then family, I offer you a drink. He motions behind himself where the large fabric-draped box sits. And you notice now that it also has a tap on it, like a keg. I say y'all ought to stand on up. The flock jumps up out of their seats in a growing cheer. Rise up and scrub that soul of its filth and grime. Fill those bellies with more than nourishment for the body, for the soul needs good eating too. The flock begins to shuffle inward toward the walkway in the center between the pews and towards Reverend Gill and his keg of purifying drink. What do?
I want to go up.
You're going to stand up?
Yeah.
Okay, you get in line. You're back in the line by quite a bit as you were not prepared to have to scramble towards it. The service seems to be quick. It has roused many of the folks
Is the
here.
Reverend still up there?
Of course the Reverend's still up there.
I didn't know,
The
'cause, like,
Reverend is doing the
Hey,
the
sometimes
sacrament.
there's multiple, and sometimes they
No, there
walk
are no.
around,
No,
okay?
the only one that I've described is the one you should be paying attention to, not the made-up stuff in your head, the made-up stuff in mine.
I just want to make sure he was still up there.
I'll get in line too, I guess.
You're getting in line. Sure. Everyone's getting in line. By the way. Oh, never mind. Go ahead.
I don't know if I should get in line because I can't consume it. Anyway.
You can open your mouth and definitely put things in.
Oh, I have an idea. Yes, I will get in line.
Okay. Like, just because you don't need it doesn't mean
Can
you
I,
can't
like,
do it.
think to Mistress, or do I have to talk out loud?
You have always been able to think to Mistress.
I'm gonna say I'm going to pour whatever this is into my mouth. Could you tell me what it is?
Okay.
Can I just point out you're really scarily good at the creepy
Yeah,
creature
he
voice?
said too much. Too much experience.
Scary.
Too much.
It's almost like he spent his life like doing religious
Literally doing
content,
that, yeah.
Almost.
debunking
but
those
not
kinds
quite,
of people.
Not quite.
So, people grab the cup. You can hear this sort of like pouring, this, and it pours in. I'm not good at noises. And they have this cup, and they hold it with two hands, and they drink it all. They drink the whole cup, and then hand it back to him. And then he says some words. He blesses them or something. He whispers to them, and then they exit the church. The service apparently over.
Does anyone like shake his hand or touch him that I
Yeah,
see? Yeah,
all of them.
Okay.
Some did not drink in the parish, so you do not have to do this. Including Art, his leg a bit too wounded for him to stand, probably, and also he said he wasn't really into it. So you all stay in line?
I just want to get a look at the liquid. That's my whole plan.
I mean, he's going to hand you the cup when you see the liquid.
Yeah.
So.
I will sit back down.
You'll sit back down.
Eh,
This is your last shot.
So,
I mean, if you're
everybody in the line has taken a drink, right?
Everybody in the line walks up
Sit down.
to the front. He hands them a cup. He stands in front of their face, and they drink the drink like
I'll take
3 inches away from him. And then he blesses them. He touches their shoulders and says something to them. You don't know what he's saying. Whispers. It seems like a different conversation almost every time. Like, it's very short, though.
Oh.
Don't
Maybe
want it
30
to
seconds?
Touch his hand.
Well, you can do whatever you want. Hold on. You're not...
Okay.
and then he'll take the cup. He turns, and you can see him crank the keg open again. It pours again. He closes it, and then he turns to the next person in the flock, and then that process repeats. You're probably 20 people back. Not everybody got up, but you guys were definitely the last to react to this. So you have some time. You sort of get in the line, and you sort of waffle, and you get out, and you sort of sit back down as people sort of shuffle out. Are you staying in line?
For now.
I'm gonna stay.
Are you going to bail out of the line at the end of this? Because I will say, if you're trying to play it cool, that's not cool. You're going to be near the end of the people that get
I want to
this.
leave now. I have a different plan in my
Okay,
head.
so you both are walking
I'm
away.
walking out.
You're leaving. What are you doing? You look for other people for cues? What are you doing?
I'll stay in line.
So you are in front of him.
Okay.
The other two leave the line. 10 minutes goes by, and it's about to be your turn. You step up, and he turns and he has the cup filled.
I think
It's just like a brass sort of hammered brass cup, flat bottom. It's kind of nice though, and it seems to have a little spout almost. It's got like it almost looks like a pouring container. And he hands it to you with the spout towards you, as if to dump that in. As you come up, he holds the cup towards you, and you can't see into it from where you're at. He's taller than you, and you're standing there, and he looks at you, and he goes, "Oh, new member of the church, are you trying to become part of the family?"
I'm very curious about it, I will say. So,
Well, now's not the time for me to convince you. Now's the time to decide if you're taking the sacrament or not of our good Lord.
I think that it might enlighten me if I do. Your words resonated with me.
Roll persuasion check.
Also, I don't know if I can keep some of this like in my mouth or in my body.
You have a body. You can.
Yeah.
I have told you you've done this. You have this. You don't have like nothing. If
to,
you
like,
open your mouth, it's not nothing.
I know, but I mean to like restore it later. Also, that is the worst persuasion. 5.
Okay, he doesn't believe a word you're saying. You can tell he doesn't. He thinks that you don't necessarily feel the spirit, so to say. Nonetheless, he is here to gather a flock, not to turn prospective flock members away. And so he hands you the cup.
And I will
And you
drink.
drink it, and as you do,
I'll have Mistress have some, and I want if I can like hold on to some.
well,
so I
I'm
can
haven't even started.
spit it out
You're gonna spit it out.
later.
Well, hold on.
Okay.
The drink itself is red in color. Not bloody. Fucking look meant nothing. More of like a
Oh my god.
more of like a sludge. It's like thick wine. It's almost like a gravy, like a red gravy, but it doesn't smell savory. It smells putrid, like rotted bile and meat. And you drink it up.
It's a dead body shake.
I'm so glad we got on the line.
You drink it up.
I drink your milk.
I drink your milk.
And because you don't have a digestive system, you do not have to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh god.
And that's what happens. And he says to you, well, I hope to see you back soon. And may the Lord bless you on your path. And then he sends
Thank
you
you,
off.
Reverend.
Next person in line is you.
Oh
Are you staying in line?
Yeah.
You walk up to him. He has a cup, and he looks at you. Are you ready to take the sacrament of the good Lord?
I am, Reverend. Yes.
And he hands you the cup. It smells of putrid bile and meat. And you swallow it?
Yep.
Okay. I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Respectable. I respect the
I
commitment.
don't know why you
fuck?
stayed.
4.
Oh, you're vomiting everywhere.
No.
Oh.
Oh, that's worse than
That's
it's not
so much
vomit.
worse.
That's
It
worse
takes
than
you a second to choke it down, but he looks at you with approval as you do so.
Uh-oh.
And he grabs it and says, well, thank you, family. And he
So-
sends you on out.
Someone's gonna be a
Thank you.
Wendigo soon.
Yup. Fucked.
You walk out of the church. Reverend Gill stays behind. He has other parishioners to deal with. You are all outside for now as people come together and sort of split up into their big groups post church, and they talk about it. You were only in there for maybe half an hour.
Mistress, what was that?
I'm not eating that.
You're not eating it?
No,
Hmm.
that's disgusting. It's not fresh at all.
Wait. Wait, is this out loud or is
No,
this?
it's not out loud.
Yeah, in my
I
brain.
didn't know if it was in brain or not.
I'm gonna pull Isaac aside. Can we walk
Funny.
off somewhere? Just
Where you want
Where I
to
can
walk
turn
off to?
just to the side of the church or something. Like
You
we're
can walk
there.
around the side of the church. Other people are around. But
Yeah.
Sure.
I just want to be at a place where I can turn my back to people.
Sure, yeah. You can go up to the left side of the church, and there's sort of like the town is on the other side of the church, so you have less
Yeah.
possible interaction.
I drank it if you want to try to take a sample.
Yes, that'd be fucking wonderful. And I'm going to somehow take a sample. I know how to do this. I've
Yeah,
done
how
it
to
before. It's fun.
extracting
You're
something
gonna
out
take
of
a
me?
sample right now.
Oh no, I guess I'll have to wait for it. But
I was like, okay.
eventually.
I don't know how involved it would be to get that out of my body, so he can
Yeah, I
have
don't
a
know how that
sample of
works.
it.
It is up to you how you'd like to figure that out. But
While they're doing that, so you, how was it? What are they drinking?
Oh, it was absolutely foul.
Was it the blood? What the?
Certainly not all of them.
Well, that
It was,
implies some of it is, and I do not like that answer.
I don't. It was an old mixture of. I don't know.
It didn't smell of iron.
Are you doing okay?
Yeah.
See, that is a little
you
concerning.
have a little bit of like a gross burp.
Aftertaste isn't great, but
Oh God. Okay, I'm glad I ate the testicle. I'm gonna be honest and not that. Oh, okay. If you feel like you're going to die, let us know.
sure.
Is there like an
Will do.
outhouse or something? Or like a bathroom? Somewhere I can go private?
No.
There's no outhouses?
Where did
Reverend
they-
Gill walks outside as you are thinking about trying to dip, and he walks over to your group because you are new. Well, thank you for coming to service. Appreciate it. And only 2 of you took the sacrament, but maybe we'll get you next time, huh? And I just want to say thank you for well, helping that young lad yesterday. We heard all about it, and it was good things. And if you need anything at all, you all can stop by my office. It's right across the street there, and I'm more than happy to help. You just let me know, and I'll be here if your soul needs a little saving too. But nonetheless, welcome to the town of Host, and hope to have you back. There is a hotel over here called Gem Hotel. It's kind of a dump, but it's our dump, and it's nice, and they have nice food for you, and a lot of people will be meeting there for a post-church luncheon here. So if you all want to get a little food on, we got some good grub over there. Anyway, thanks again. Yeah.
Thank you for the offer. I'm gonna shake his hand.
Okay, you shake his hand.
Is it cold or warm?
It's normal.
Fuck. Okay.
Thank you very much, Reverend.
Okay. All right, and then if you need to stay in town for any stretch of time, old Hattie can set you up with a room there, and we do runs back to the city of Ebon Falls every once in a while. Cal and them told us that y'all are from there, so if you need a ride, you can free of charge. We'll probably take you on back anytime you like, as long as you're okay with sitting in the back of a cart with some boxes or whatever. But
That would be wonderful. Yeah.
We
Much
appreciate
better
it.
than walking.
That is true.
absolutely. So, well, if y'all are spending the night here, gets a little quiet around here, not much to do. But well, hope you enjoy your stay nonetheless. And thanks again for coming, family.
Thank you.
And he sort of walks over to one of the other groups.
I suddenly feel like we shouldn't be talking out loud.
I agree. place is very fucked.
Let's do like we used to do at home. And I'm going to take out a notebook, and I'm going to communicate from here on out by writing notes and just showing it to him.
From here on out.
For a little while.
Oh,
Well,
write notes.
It's good to leave a paper trail of everything we say. all around.
no. Actually, before I do that, well, I'll show him the notebook as like a, passing notes kind of thing. But we should go maybe get a room.
I agree. It's not a bad idea.
Yeah, I could use lunch too.
We're going to eat the food here and not at all be concerned.
Absolutely not. I'm eating my rations.
Okay, just making sure. You already ate something disgusting, so I guess it does not.
So did you?
In fairness, we are still. The jury is out on whether what the testicle came from. We do not know. Mystery testicle.
Maybe we should not
Any
shout
testicle is
about
disgusting in my
testicles
book.
in the middle of a town.
I will shout about testicles anywhere. That is
A
not
few people
suspicious.
laugh and giggle.
Okay, well, the cult gets you. That's on you. I'm gonna walk towards the hotel.
I am not the only one in this town who's put testicles in mouth. I guarantee it.
That's honest. Yeah.
You walk down the street towards Main Street, and you hang a left, and you wanted to head towards the gym?
Yeah.
Okay, it's not far. You walk past a couple buildings that look maybe like houses, you guess. They're on Main Street. Maybe they have stores. We don't know. And there's the general store that's directly across from the gym. But you get up onto the staircase and then the deck that goes around the gym, and there's sort of saloon doors that you can that are closed right now because it's kind of cold out, and you kind of open them up, and they're just glass doors with wood frames. Pull them open, and you head in, and I gotta change the noise again because it's really nice in here.
Are movies a thing in the city? Like, are movies like a
No,
thing?
film is not a thing.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
Like daguerreotype or
Okay.
Daguerreotype.
daguerreotype, yeah.
Okay.
That kind of thing is like they do have that. And in fact, you do see some pictures in here. Not that one, this one. You walk in and it's a nice space. It looks like a standard sort of Western style saloon with an upstairs with a staircase that goes up, and then there's rooms around the top. There are some people that were already here that didn't go to the church that are at tables. You do see one long table that seems to have a big group of churchgoers that seem to make this their regular spot pretty regularly, that are all talking, and it's kind of loud in here. And you see a maybe 30s woman, pretty good looking, human, fair skin, freckles. She has like this strawberry blonde hair that she pulls back into a couple braids. She wears a hat, and she runs this place. And as you walk in, oh, welcome, strangers. Can we get for you? And she sort of motions to some of the tables that a lot of them are filled in here. She motions to a table. You can help yourself to a table, or you can come up to the bar if you'd like. And there's a little bar area. What do you guys want to do? So it looks like she runs this place by herself.
This is also the inn, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like I'm saying stuff for no reason tonight.
I'm
It's like
sorry,
the
my
third
brain's
time
a
people
little
have
slow.
been doing that.
My
All right. That's fine. So it is a saloon, and then up top it has a rooms. It seems like. What would you like to do?
We would like to book a room so we have a place for our things, and a place to stay tonight.
Absolutely. It's a 2 gold room for a night.
How many beds per room?
1.
Just one? Okay.
Yeah, they're singles. You got a little hutch to keep some of your stuff, and a small desk, and a window. Should be warm enough. We also do breakfast service in the morning for silver if you'd like. Right now we got our lunch special for 2 silver. We made chili.
Any chance you want to share a room? I have one.
Can't
I
share
have
a
1
room.
gold.
There's only one bed.
How big are the beds?
We could put bedrolls on the ground.
Singles.
Okay, is it okay if we share a room and I sleep on the ground? I have bedroll.
There you go.
Oh, that is nice of you.
I was
Thank you.
gonna say
I don't care how y'all
we
sleep
should
arrangement
probably
goes,
get
to be
one
honest.
room.
That's probably a good idea.
Can you make change for a platinum?
Yeah?
2 gold.
Yeah, me and Isaac are just gonna share.
Okay. Change you 8 gold.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, can we get you any food?
Do you have any vegetarian options?
No, not today. We only got the chili today, but
I think we'll make do with our rations then. Thank you.
you can eat your rations. Okay.
We are all vegetarians.
Well, we got some bread.
That's a little fun.
Sure.
Okay. She walks in. There's sort of a back prep area, and she walks through. It has an archway. There's not like a door or anything keeping out. You can smell the smell of chili. And she comes back out with some bread. They're sort of like slices of white bread. They're probably like from yesterday. But she brings those over, and can I get you anything to drink?
Just some water, if you could, please.
Just some water, okay.
I'll take water.
And she goes and grabs some water out of a decanter and pours it for you into some glasses and slides it over to you.
I'm going to pretend to drink.
Okay.
I'm not actually gonna drink the water.
You're gonna be
I'm
like
just gonna...
the bird that into
Sort-
the glass of water.
Sort of, but
You're
like,
gonna tip it up and not open your mouth.
yeah. Well, not. I'll try to make it look like I'm sipping
You
on
can
it.
put water like up to your lips.
Yeah, you can
and
make
not...
it look
That's what I'm
like
saying.
you're.
Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
Like the bird thing. It
The
literally
bird
is-
thing is like that's.
It goes in, but just because it's smaller, right? You're just a big version of that.
You'll
Big
never
version of the
be-
bird
Goes
thing.
in because it's smaller.
It'd be, if she was like doing this into the cup, it would be that.
That'd be kind of amazing.
Well, yeah, but
actually.
it's like the similar thing. Like no
I
water's being
should have
drunk.
drank like that as a Velios. Just
Oh.
Should have done a lot of bird things as a Velios.
yeah, but you know.
Cough up fucking bones.
It's okay, in like 15 years we'll be desperate for content. We'll do Campaign 1 Redux.
We all
I
play.
would love to
We all
redo
play
that.
each other's characters.
There you go.
That actually would be interesting.
I'm professor now. Let's go.
Um,
You have to
so
play Elenia.
Oh, okay. I'll be Elenia. Oh, I care about everyone.
All right, cry on stream once.
Oh no. I don't think I can feel emotions.
Do
That's
it.
a bit of an act.
So you sit there and eat for a little bit. There's a kind of quiet to the area. You hear people sort of laughing, and you hear that sort of like when someone slaps the table and the silverware sort of jingles on there, and everyone laughs and they're talking. But over the course of maybe the next hour or so, if you want to stay here just eating, people file out and begin their day and just carry on with the rest of their day. But during that time, there is there's a guy maybe in his 50s. He's very thin, and has been drinking like shots of whiskey at the other side of the bar, like in the morning. And at one point you can hear her say like, "Gerald, I'm gonna have to cut you off. Like, too much in the morning, man." And he goes, Don't be too loud. Goddamn church folk will hear you. And she goes, they're harmless. Come on. They come around here and spend a nice day with their family. Who cares if we don't go to church? Who gives a shit? He's like, I care. Can I have some of that chili? Yeah, of course you can have some of the chili, Gerald. And she walks in the back for a second and prepares him a bowl of chili and hands it over to him. She's not charging him for anything, it seems. She walks back over to you guys and, hey, can I get you guys anything else besides water and seeds or whatever you are eating in your rations? By the way, use a ration. Since you all said you were eating rations, use a ration. That'll count for your long rest.
I am not eating human chili. Not even.
You got a normal one?
What?
Green? Oh, green's good.
Yeah, I
I
got 5.
thought you said a white one.
White is normal, green is...
Green gives you an advantage on one skill check.
I'll do normal.
Okay, that just allows you to take a long rest. Okay. All right. Which one did you use?
I used green.
Okay.
So does this mean I have advantage on skill check now then, right?
After your next long rest.
Okay.
You already have one from yesterday's.
Oh, yeah.
this
I
morning-
didn't know if it took into
yesterday's-
effect
the
then
meal
or if
from
it
breakfast
was-
and everything.
Okay.
Yeah. No, this will just affect your next long rest.
So tomorrow.
So right now you do have advantage on skill checks because you all ate at the farmhouse, all of you.
Mm-hmm. And then we have inspiration still.
Yeah, if you have inspiration, that's a totally separate
Yeah.
thing.
I just wanted to remind.
Inspiration isn't advantage. Inspiration is a whole other
Yeah.
dice that we use. The
Yeah, no,
roller
I just
for,
wanted to
yeah.
remind Randy that we both had it.
Okay.
In case we forgot.
Anyway, she asked you if she can get you anything else.
No, I think I'm okay, thank you.
All right. You y'all members of the church?
No, we're just first time today.
Oh, okay. Yeah, a lot of church folks around here.
How long has the church been here?
A few years?
I was told 4 when I asked.
Four
someone
sounds
about
right.
that.
Yeah.
Everyone seems pretty nice. Welcoming, at least.
Yeah, they are. They are.
Have you ever attended any of the services? I know you say you do not
No,
go
no,
regularly.
no, no.
Okay.
Church ain't for me. God's died once. Don't bring him back. Fuck it. Sorry if y'all are
No,
No.
it's okay.
believers or
Yes,
whatever.
it's okay.
Yeah, just ain't for me. It's each their own. I mean, go ahead and wear your robes and listen to your song. I don't care. But yeah, it's me. I don't know. It's a bit odd.
So
Just religion in general.
Do they come in here often after service?
Oh
and
yeah, every
everything?
end of the week.
Was this town here before the church, or
Well,
Did
yeah, kind of. It was kind of both. I haven't been here for long. Maybe 3 years myself when we built this up. But this was kind of already here. This building, I just you know work.
Like
here.
it was abandoned and people came.
No. They were building up. I came here and yeah, probably 3 years ago now. Almost 3.5, I guess. Anyway, the church was built, the stables were built, a couple houses were here. I think the general store across the street wasn't up yet. That's pretty new, but that's been helped because the Reverend runs some shipping stuff. Apparently, he's some sort of reformed guy, and his family lived out here for a while. A couple other families lived out here, but made a town of it with some when we had some money and some extra people, and people been kind of moving in for the work, and Gerald over here is kind of a paranoid guy about him, but
Yes. What is? Does he have some issue with him?
Gerald has his issues with himself. But,
Don't we
I
all?
mean, she looks around to see like the people that are here, and I mean, you can talk to Gerald. He just gets a little loud and uppity. So if you want to, like, keep his delusions to a minimum, but I mean, he needs some company and probably a little bit too drunk to walk himself.
I can give him a hand. I help people sometimes. I'm from the city, so I deal with inebriated folks from time to time.
Well, I was particularly inebriated this morning.
Is it normal for him this early in the morning?
I mean, on and off, yeah. Depends on what kind of day he's having, I guess. But you hear, "You're talking about me." Jared, let me buy you a drink. Come on over here. He goes, sort of slurps the last of the chili, and there's like chili on his mouth, and he sort of doesn't notice it, and his beard sort of holds on to some like beans and shit. Okay. And he sort of walks over, and she pours him a coffee and hands it to him. And he goes, "Oh, well, thank you." And he sort of sips at it, and then you hear this sort of like, "Boonk," and he pops a flask and pours some in. Starts sipping on it, and she sort of like her back was turned when he did that, and you can see her shoulders sort of like. So, new in town. Ain't one of them churchies, are you?
Absolutely not.
No. We heard the conversation you were having, and we were curious what you had to say about them. You seem to not like them very much.
People around here call me Ijar. Ijar Gerald. On account of my discovery. Jared, he thinks he found a jar of eyes.
Alright.
Do you still have that?
The jar of eyes? Of course he doesn't have the jar of eyes. Jerry, where's the jar of eyes? I seen him. I swear.
Where did you see them?
I seen him in the I don't know, where shed.
In that stone shed.
I seen him, yeah, before. Well, I sort of drank too much and passed out in the stables across the street there. And, well, I'm pretty sure I saw jar of eyeball
From how far away? You were across the
across
street?
the street.
Are you sure?
Through a window?
No, I was out, kind of like. And she sort of describes it, and it's like a stable outside next to the roadway, and the stable is made of slats of wood. He was lying, no one noticed him lying in the hay, and he was looking through the slats as he laid down, and the door was open to the shed.
Are you sure it wasn't a jar of testicles?
I'm pretty sure it wasn't a jar. Are they stealing nuts?
Can we drop the nuts?
They're not stealing people's nuts. They're not. Come on, man. It was probably just like pickled eggs or something. You know how they like them? People around here like all sorts of pickled weird shit, man.
People
Like-
around here like pickled stuff.
Who doesn't like pickles?
Well, no, but
I mean, pickled eggs is sort of a weird thing for me because I don't eat that shit. But
I was
know.
fed this morning pickled testicles.
people do that with their cattle. That's a thing. Yeah, it's a thing. Y'all don't let Jared put thoughts in your mind about stuff. It's like,
No.
I mean, I make me a little paranoid. I'm not gonna lie. The way you're looking at me is a little. Jared, I'm not gonna. Come on, man. And Gerald goes, I swear I seen it. I swear it.
Gonna get
How did you
real
see
low.
it? Was it just?
I believe you.
Hattie goes, look, it's a rumor, Jer. You're just doing rumors. Like, I've personally been in there multiple times. It's just cuts of meat, other perishables, and I've used it in my own food before. I've seen the animals hanging there. I've seen the boxes of different things. I've seen some stuff they keep for the shipping. Like,
So the shed is where you keep food stores.
well, Reverend Gill and his parish keep everyone around here fed with donations all the time. Like, that's why the town itself is so prosperous. Even the people that don't go to church.
So do they go hunting? Where do they source the?
A lot of it's
animals?
cattle. I've seen goats hanging in there, cows.
So
Or
just
pieces of cows.
parishioners bring.
Just cuts of meat themselves.
Okay,
Like
interesting.
this today, and she sort of motions towards the chili bowl. Yeah, I mean, made this with ground beef.
Well, it seems like they have brought good fortune to your town.
I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm not like super fond of the church or anything, but I can't complain on account of the workers that come in and spend money here, and you know, and shipments that come and go. You know, sometimes we get stuff from the city that we need, different tools, different alcohol like this.
They just run general shipping. Any goods that they get from? Do you know what they ship from here? Is there any particular like natural resources that they?
From here, yeah, farming stuff, you know, food and crops and things like that. But it seems to, I'm seeing, you know, there's not just food and stuff. There's, like I said, like, you know, goods and some sort of trade. I don't know his business really, but you know, he's my main supplier. If I ask him for something, Reverend tends to get it for me, so it's not very hard out here. Then everybody else is like really helpful, and I don't have to spend a lot of money to do this. So yeah, I can just make it my own. I even got a room upstairs. This is my house technically.
Well, we appreciate all the information.
Yeah.
It's a nice little town.
There's no keys to the rooms, but there are locks on the inside. So if you feel like you need to lock up for some privacy or whatever, you got it. So just pick a room up there, except for well, the one that says management on it. So
Thank you.
absolutely. And Jerry, come on, man, you gotta calm down about that stuff.
Have
Sort
you
of sips the
seen
coffee.
any other strange things since the church came?
Since the church came. When you ask Jer if he has seen any other strange things, his face lights up. And he is more than happy to talk your ear off for the next several hours about all the weird shit he's gone through because he is a drunk man that is lonely and loves talking. You don't get any information out of him as far as like anything that sounds interesting besides like. Tell you what, why don't you roll a persuasion check and see if there's literally any like other world rumor that you can get. 7. Nope. Okay. Just weird stuff about his. He likes hunting, and he likes living off the land, and he lives in a sort of a homestead that he built himself in the woods, and he's just sort of been there for years and off by himself. And that's how he likes it. But he comes into the bar because Hattie's good company, and he likes to drink, and he keeps going on.
I'll sit with him for a bit and
Sure.
take notes of some of his stranger tales.
Okay. Did you drop a dice?
I dropped my phone. It went all over by Randy. I like hit it. It was sitting in here, and I hit it. And I guess it just fucking bounced all the way by Randy.
Listen. What else would you like to do?
Mr. Jerry, have you ever heard of a Wendigo?
Yeah.
You have?
Of course I have. Been around for a long time.
Do you know what they sound like?
Have you heard that yet? Recently?
Sort of like that.
Yeah, close enough.
Have you
Jerry, what are you doing? And she's cleaning like one of the tables. He goes, making bestial sounds.
I fucking love this guy. He's our Sig. I'm calling it.
Is there anything else I can help
Have
you
you
with?
heard that sound recently? At all?
I mean, from time to time, the nights of the cold winds howl.
Did you hear it last night?
No.
Interesting.
Did you hear it?
We did.
Where?
What's south of here?
South of here.
Yes.
2 hours by cart, so.
Oh,
you'd get
why
to-
would I have heard it then? Why are you asking?
I don't know if it came up here at all. I was just asking. Could be anywhere.
The Wendigos fly?
Not that I've ever heard of. No.
The Do Wendigos fly?
I don't think so.
Maybe it grew wings.
Have you seen a flying creature?
Son. Are you
Besides
talking
birds.
about... Oh, okay, no. Then no. Anything else? He just takes drinks of his blue coffee.
Did you need any help getting home? You seem,
No. No offense, I don't want you knowing the way.
It is fair.
Knowing?
You may want to
To
consider...
his house in the woods.
Yeah.
Alcoholic psychosis is a serious issue, and perhaps...
I've been trying to tell you, Jair! It ain't no psychosis. Alright. I seen what I seen. I hear any of you call me eye jar. Well, I'll just show you what I do with this! And you see like a small pistol.
Oh.
I'm just gonna hold out.
Why are we drawing guns?
Can we not? Can we put the guns away,
This
please?
is very peaceful.
We're at
We're all friends.
That's
a
what I thought.
hotel eating food.
That'll be Gerald to each one. Mr. Gerald.
Mr. Gerald?
Mr. Gerald.
Got it.
Gerald. No D
Gerald.
at the
Gerald.
end.
No D.
For some reason I thought it was Yarrel.
Gerald with no D.
Gerald!
It's
It's been Gerald the whole time.
It's not that hard, guys, really.
Jer for
It's
short.
just Gerald.
Gerald.
Now I am starting to wonder if there's a conspiracy to hide your true name from us, Yarel.
How dare you!
I'm not gonna pull the gun out.
Puts the gun back.
We found Alex Jones, but he's right.
Jer.
Have you heard about the
We are in
gay
a cult
frogs?
area,
He's
so
very
it's-
red.
Anything frogs want to do on their own time is fine. As long as they don't shove it down my throat.
It's a good attitude to have.
It's not. It's not helpful to anybody. There's a little bit of time goes by, and then Cal, Louise, and Art have made their way back in, and they seem to have like bags from the general store. Cal talks, and hey, if you guys need anything, you just let us know. Are y'all coming back now, or you have business in
I
town?
think we're gonna stay the night here.
We'll stay here
tonight.
for
Okay.
Probably catch a ride
well,
back
we're not gonna
tomorrow.
head up to town until next church service next week. So, but by all means, seriously, do come on back. And we felt really bad about you just done so much for us. So we thought we'd give you a little. Don't please. He sort of reaches behind and there's two packages. One is a healer's kit that I got from the general store for you.
Thank you.
We just felt so bad about you using all your supplies, and we want to make sure we pay for it, so we did. And then, I lost the name. Miss Tanner. She's well known around these parts, and so out of a basket, Louise sort of picks up a big pie and sort of hands it to you guys. Smells like a savory sort of thyme and herbs. She hands it to you, and then it's nice and warm, and they have like a little cloth that they put over it to keep it that way. And this will stay good for a couple days, so you just pick away at it and eat. But she makes the best pies around here, and
Oh, great.
and you realize that's probably the pie that you saw on the sill.
Sweeney Todd.
So
Can I ask what is the meat in this pie? I have certain.
I think it's lamb.
Okay, great.
I think it's lamb. She's got some. She's got a flock of herself, so
Excellent. Well, thank you very much.
of course.
Thank you.
I too would hang up butchered animals, dyed my human meat. I don't know about you guys.
All right. Well, if you need anything else, you know where to find us.
This is Midsummer.
Summer Vein Farms. And, well, don't be strangers.
Waiting for them to start jumping off of cliffs and shit.
Summer vein?
Probably
His
the
last
middle of
name's
the hotel. They probably
Why did I
fucking
write
go
light
all
vein?
over it.
Because you're dumb.
Ah, yes,
I
it
didn't
is
say
the
light at
community
all.
ritual. in
Summer
which
Vein
our
Farm.
oldest
Yeah,
sacrifice
I was
their
dumb,
lives,
so-
and then we bash their heads, and then we eat their corpses or something.
Oh,
It's gonna be real fucking
Real
weird.
quick,
They leave.
I'm gonna be like, mistress.
You lean into Mistress.
We fed you lamb once. Does this smell like cooked lamb or cooked people? I will kind of push the pie closer.
It's cooked. Awful. There's vegetables in there. Terrible.
But you can not
I'm
tell.
not tasting it. Ugh.
I didn't ask you to
What the-
taste it.
Find it for me raw and I can try
I
it.
was going to say, what if I pick out like a piece of the meat?
It's cooked. It's disgusting. It's
Well,
it's
wait.
it's
Wait,
it's,
wait.
it's got herbs and I can. Oh, is that
Can you?
is that bread on top of it? It's just why do
Okay.
people eat these things? Bread atop your proteins. Terrible.
Can you only become a cat?
What do you mean? Can I only become a cat?
Like, can you become other
I
things?
do not become a cat.
The cat is a part of the.
Mr. Buttons becomes a cat. I am mistress at all times.
But like, for example, I can
As it goes out onto the floor.
I can
and
probably
then
show you where to
Hattie
get it
goes
raw.
like, "Y'all got a cat?
It's fine.
Okay."
Is there like a string connecting still? No, it can come out separately? Okay, excellent.
And it looks like a cat, but under further inspection, cat shaped.
It's got red eyes.
It's got well, the eyes can change and to be whatever because it has. But you can see like when it forms, it's always like cat bones that arrange, and then the gloop holds it together in a cat shape.
I have cat bones in my body.
Now I can show you where to get it raw. I just don't know if we can.
You talking about the cat or mistress?
Mistress.
I could show you where to get it raw.
I was about to say, but I don't know how to get inside, and I was like, I had to pull it back. I was like, I gotta pull it back.
Too late. I know how to get it to you raw. I just gotta get inside.
God damn it. Fuck.
I think I know what you're talking about.
The shed?
Can you change your shape to get inside of small spaces?
The cat or mistress?
Either.
No.
Is that a no?
It still has bones. It has a cat skull.
Yeah, but cats are liquid, so.
Yeah, cats can
Cats can squeeze
So it
into
can squeeze a little bit, but not like into this.
Yeah.
It's got a skull.
But if we could wait until that door opens up. It's gotta open at some point.
You could sneak in there.
To the cat?
Yes. I'm not sure what that means.
You don't know what that means. That's true. Yes?
What did it just say?
I don't fucking know. It's a beast.
How do you not
What do you mean?
know what it? Isn't it a part of you?
In the same way that you are part of your brother, we are separate but the same. You are twins, no? It's like this. A bit.
So you were like born together.
Born is a strong word. I'm not sure. I would love to find out, though.
Well,
Yes?
I think I know.
I've quite the pep today. You fed me well.
Perhaps Mr. Buttons can wait outside tonight and try to.
Mr. Button starts walking outside.
Not yet.
He walks back.
Tonight.
Jesus Christ, dude.
We're just leaving
You
it.
drop your fucking
My
phone
hands
again?
are fucked.
Get your life together.
We're just leaving it. I can't.
Get yourself some gloves.
He has gloves.
Like tacky NFL
Fucking
receiver
NFL
gloves.
receiver gloves.
Like you go like this, go.
Mr. Buttons waits.
Just put it on the table and
tonight,
use it.
And then, whenever the doors open, sneaks in, unbeknownst to the.
Seems maybe that's a good thing. You don't know. Sort of walks up next to you and sort of does that arch and walks by, and then slime is left on your shin for a second as it snaps back to the cat as it walks by.
You know, I'll think this to myself rather than say it out loud. Does the cat also?
You have no idea.
Mr. Buttons? I think
Nothing.
the cat must be spoken to. Well, mistress.
Do you have Find Familiar?
No.
Well, then yeah, it has to be spoken to. out loud.
Well, mistress.
I am allowing you to have Find Familiar, though, if you choose it
Yeah.
along your path.
Okay.
I think there's invocations for it as well. I'm not sure. If there's not, we can make one.
There's the pact of the chain. I
I'm
don't
not
know
gonna
if
do
you
that.
can-
So the only complication about this is that Mr. Buttons cannot communicate with us if should he find human meat inside of that locker.
Yes.
But if he rejoins,
Mr. Button, rejoin. And he up your leg. And now all in your head. Mr. Buttons. If you find something in there that is what?
human.
Human. You know what that tastes like. You can hear that in your head. If you find something human, refrain from full digestion. And bring us a piece. And I promise we'll
Get you even more.
get you more, yes. Roll persuasion check with advantage.
We're trying to convince the
You
cat.
do have to convince the cat. Mr. Buttons is apart and separate until you have Find Familiar.
Ooh, 19. Persuasion?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? You roll a 19?
22.
You hear? Sort of like it's in heat.
Oh, God.
Fucking worst cat ever.
No, it's just Ellie whenever she's alone.
Right,
Or
yeah.
hungry.
And
Ellie.
hungry in the middle of the kitchen going, oh, like
She
a
hasn't had kibble
whale.
for 35 minutes. Yeah, so the cat has agreed not to eat the entire sample of whatever
Just
it
bring
can
us a
get,
piece of,
if it can get
human.
anything,
yeah.
whenever you send it there. So, that conversation happens. You've eaten your rations, hung out at the gym, you've got rooms that you can visit if you'd like.
So I'm gonna say we visit the room.
Yeah.
Okay, so you visit the rooms, multiple
Yeah,
rooms.
well,
Are you stuffing
me and
into
Isaac
one room?
Or in one room.
Oh, you go to one room. Are you guys have separate? You have separate rooms? Okay.
Lock the door.
Okay.
Mhm.
Can you get this weird liquid out of me?
Yeah. We're gonna work on that.
Okay. So where do you want to put the liquid?
He has an alchemical kit,
I have
right?
a alchemist plus, so I just take out like a
A flask?
yeah.
Like a flask?
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot more liquid than that.
Well, I assume I have like
You have a mess cup.
or like a beaker.
Oh,
like
God,
a,
Well, okay. So try to like into a flask, right?
yeah.
Into
Oh
a
yeah,
cup.
that's what you meant. Okay.
oh, okay. I
Yeah,
see.
yeah. Okay.
So
We were
So I can
thinking.
just
this
spit
takes
it
some
up.
experimenting. You don't have throw up muscles.
Yeah, exactly.
So what do you want to do?
Mistress, can you like cradle it up? I know you don't want to eat it, but can you like move it in my body up to my mouth so I can spit it out?
Just do a headstand.
You're about to say something else, but her voice cuts off. You hear her go, "Moo," and then you start to scramble for. You see
Oh,
her
yeah.
scramble for a cup.
Yeah.
Like, and she's not usually scrambling for fucking anything. And you go like this, and a proboscis of black gloop, and then the stuff that you also comes out into the cup. Sorry for body horror fans, that's how it is. And yeah, inside of it you see kind of like the goo from Ghostbusters 2, but dark red instead of pinky sort of colored. And it does have that sort of, if you remember, it has that sort of like glistening sort of. It almost looks like sometimes it bubbles up in places, and like it does have bubbles in it. You don't know.
I'm gonna cap that. 'Cause I don't wanna
You
smell
cap
that.
it, and it like it's almost like saliva, snot texture. Somewhere in between those two. It's like a little bit wetter than just like a snot rocket. But it's like, it's not like watery. It's not like this. There's a viscosity to it and sort of a...
Can you test it and see what it is?
You have alchemist supplies?
I do.
It would take a long rest.
Fuck yeah. I'm Isaac, yeah. No, absolutely. I'm gonna go as hard as on this shit as I can right now.
Did you say fuck yeah? I'm Isaac.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, I'm Isaac, bro.
So a long
respect
rest. You don't have to do it
that.
right now.
Yeah.
It'll take the night. So you have the day to do other stuff.
That's a t-shirt design.
Fuck yeah,
Fuck
I'm
yeah,
Isaac.
I'm Isaac.
So, they're in the room doing that. What are you doing?
Probably just gonna settle in a little bit and get my things situated and just spend the afternoon kind of journaling. And I'll kind of wait for some sign that we're recongregating to talk to them again.
Okay.
Ink's gonna spend some time and kind of just
The
clean
gun,
the
by the way,
weapon.
did get upgraded
It did,
from Idle,
yeah.
so you no longer have to take
yeah.
the... Okay.
So just clean that. I know it doesn't actually do anything. I'm just,
That's fine.
then maybe just kind of sit on the bed, relax, and kind of look at the orb,
Okay.
and just kind of stare at it while thinking and relaxing and wondering if she ate a human testicle.
Okay. You're just like mindless looking at the orb
Yeah.
where you're trying to glean something.
Not really trying to glean anything.
Okay.
Does it still appear to be? It's just pointing solidly still.
Seems to be, I mean, as far as you've ever remembered,
No.
roughly the same. So, you sit there with the orb and you look into it, and you guys finish that up. What happens?
I'm going to. Shit, I don't know. What do we do to pass time?
There's a general store if you'd like to shop for anything, if you need anything. You guys do have backpacks that can fit stuff still. If you think you might need any equipment for whatever you're going to do tonight, I think you have some options there. Depends on, I guess you haven't decided how you're going to do anything, so that might be a good road.
Can I see
to-
the general? Let's go to the general
Yeah.
store to kill some time.
with everybody?
I mean, I'm going. If she's going, I'm going.
The other two people in your party? Or? No?
Knock, 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 knock. Make
You
sure they have
do?
doors.
Okay. You hear a double knock at the same time on the two doors.
Oh, that
Open the
was
door with the gun right here.
well synchronized. Hello.
Yes.
Would you two like to go to the general store?
Sure.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Oh God, yeah.
Okay, so you open the door. Are you leaving anything in the rooms behind?
No.
you?
No.
Absolutely not.
I figured you wouldn't, but just you never know. So you walk downstairs, and you see Hattie just cleaning some stuff. Jared has left. There's some other patrons in there. She's just working. Doesn't really regard you as you walk out. And then literally across the street, there is a small building. Maybe one of the smallest buildings here. And it just says general store on top of it. The door is propped open with what seems like some sort of heavy weighted metal thing. It looks like it might be a piece to a larger functioning mechanism that is no longer in use, maybe a piston or something. It's just like a big one, and it's just sat there, propping the door open. There's a sleepy hound that sits out front on what seems to be a small little piece of bedding that's made for him. He has a bowl. It says Tex on it. And the dog just sits there and sort of looks at you lazily as you go by. Its tail very lightly wags as you walk past. Does anyone pet the dog?
Nope.
No.
I will pet the dog.
You give the dog
Yeah.
pets and with its tail. You walk into the general store. It is a general store. It's got barrels of like apples and some other provisions, salted pork and fish. It has general medicines. They don't have any healing potions, but they did have the healing kit. If you want another one, you can buy
I'm
one.
okay. I can't
Um,
afford that.
They have.
Do they have teacups?
They don't have nice teacups. They have cups.
Damn. Never mind.
They have normal, everyday things: poles, rope, like anything you can think of that is like a tool or something that has like a use. They have all that stuff. And then the guy in there is a kind of a heavy-set older guy. He's balding a little bit, but he seems very happy. He goes, "Oh, welcome, y'all. How you doing today?"
Good. How are you?
Very, very good. Feel free to help yourself to anything, and yeah, look around. It's not very big, but also if you have any special requests, we could try to track something down, see if anybody's got anything for you around here. We like to help everybody out, so.
How much for apple?
1 copper.
Do they have any like alcohol here?
Yeah. What kind of alcohol?
Like vodka, grain alcohol, the stronger the
Cheap
better.
stuff.
The
Stronger the better. They have.
strongest I can find.
You ask him that. Sort of thinks for a second. We have some medical grade stuff for
That would work,
infections.
yeah.
That's in our first aid kit. So you can buy a first aid kit, which is just one of his. Or we got. I mean, yeah, we do have some bottles of like liquor and stuff. If you're looking for more of a like an imbibement. We have some probably 100 proof somewhere.
That would probably work, yeah.
Okay. Let me head in the back real quick. And he goes to the back for a moment, so you're left alone in the general store. For just a moment.
Are you looking for flammable liquid?
Okay,
I assumed.
question.
Good
This is like a-
call.
Isabella ADHD brain thing. Are there any weird random things in here that just like catch my attention?
Like little contraptions.
Like knickknacks or something, I don't know.
There's a jar with multicolored candy on the front. That's the only thing that seems like
As soon as he's
interesting.
gone,
It's the only thing with like color in it.
As soon as he's gone, I open the jar and I take a candy and I put the lid back.
Okay. Do you have a color preference, or are you just going for random?
Random.
Roll a d6.
Where are rich
Do we
kids
see
selling
this?
candy?
Roy
One.
GBIV 1
Mhm.
red. It's a red candy. You do see this, and on the front it says take one.
Oh,
She
okay.
just didn't give a shit. It's like for kids that come in. Yeah. Okay, so you take a red
just take
candy.
it and I
Free
put
zone.
It's a little red, like basically like rock candy that's wrapped up in some sort of like wax paper.
I
almost.
like unwrap it, look at it, and like examine it. And then
Yeah,
wrap
it's a square. It's a roughly square piece of red candy. It seems to just be like syrupy stuff and maybe some coloring and maybe there's a flavor too. You don't know. It has this little wax paper that's sort of like those toffee things, those shitty ones. It was twisted, and as you open it up, it just is in there.
I twist the wrapper back around it and then put it in my pocket.
Okay.
I'm just gonna be crunching on the apple.
You hear a
Very well.
thump from the back, and hey, we're in luck! And he holds up 2 bottles of like 100 proof, like just grain alcohol. He doesn't say it's vodka. He doesn't say it's something else. It says grain alcohol on it, and he sets it down. You want both?
How much?
I'd say 2 gold each. I don't know where I got these from, or like the original. So
Sure. I'll take both of those. And do you have any cloth scraps?
Are we making Molotovs?
Maybe. Don't worry about it.
cloth scraps and grain alcohol.
I should explain, my friend here. This is a surgeon. I know you maybe heard about the Art Kale's son being injured.
You're those people.
We-
Oh, it's
Oh,
for
yeah,
medicine.
Yes,
Yeah.
of course.
Oh, I thought you were going to be making like bombs.
No,
No.
we get that a lot.
Oh, yeah.
You can make bombs
probably-
with cloth
We,
and...
we have some old. I can give you an old sack, and you can shut it up, and
Yeah, that would
my
be
thumb's
wonderful.
twitching.
Whoa.
Mmm.
My thumb's twitching. Okay, we're good.
And dead.
I don't like that.
I mean, have you never twitched?
Not like that.
Really?
What's wrong
Your
with
thumb's never
what's wrong with your hand?
Bro, that happens to
I
me
get
all the
twitchy
time.
like that when I'm
Yeah.
high.
Oh God.
And I'm rolling
Bro, I'm-
balls right now. So
When I'm playing D&D, I'm always fucking twitching, bro.
he
You not
just
look at
gives
my
you
hands?
he just gives you a burlap bag that was probably had
always
potatoes
shaking.
in it for free.
Okay.
He doesn't need that, so gives you a small burlap bag,
4 gold.
4 gold.
I'll take an apple too.
Okay, 4 gold and a copper. Get you on an apple.
Funny
Making
enough,
Molotov.
all the stuff used to keep people alive can also kill people.
Yeah, lots of it.
Yeah, it's a very good overlap. Good cover story.
That was quick thinking. So, without fail, you achieve these things. Is there anything else you'd like? Again, like stuff in the player's handbook. Is it like no armor, no major tools.
Can I get some plate mail?
You can get some plate mail somewhere else. They have yeah, like I said, like a pole, rope.
There's a pole.
They have hammers and chains and crowbars and shovels and ladders, grappling hooks.
I know, I'm fucking freezing.
Fishing tackle.
We got.
Campaign 3. Let's build an actual fire pit right
Let's
here.
just build our own house for campaign 3.
Just finished my basement.
Yeah, there we go.
What Rossi gave us something for capturing a person.
rope and stuff.
Just
I
rope and
believe.
stuff.
You have stuff in your packs right now. But yeah, if there's anything else you'd like, it exists.
If we need to incapacitate someone, we can also feed them a whole bottle of grain alcohol.
True.
That's actually true.
Seems like a waste when we can just burn things.
No weapons, but they do have what could be considered daggers, like little hunting knives and stuff. So it would work the same. Yeah. Other than that, I don't think there's anything else in here unless.
I'm assuming a.
Is there a
How,
cat in here?
Scholar,
What was
how
that?
much is the
I don't know.
bag?
I heard that earlier up here too.
It's
so-
definitely
There's
the
no
devil.
cat in here. I made sure.
Oh, I don't know.
How much are the?
I don't like
knives?
that.
They're robbing
The
upstairs.
knives. The
Don't worry
little
about it.
Daggers.
Yeah.
Are you gonna want a card for it?
I don't need one. I just.
Are you
Feel
keeping
like-
it on your person?
I would keep it more so just so I can cut things if needed.
Okay, so it would be a dagger. They are
Yeah.
2 gold,
That's
Okay.
very loud.
and they work like
Why is
daggers.
that not keeping anybody else out? Am I paranoid?
I'll
right
take
now?
one of those.
Yeah, what the fuck is wrong with you? It's our house. No one came in.
No, but I mean, like,
Don't check it then.
Someone came in, Don would be losing his shit.
Yeah, I know, but what was that sound though?
It's
Probably knock something over.
The
Probably
devil
nothing.
or ghost.
If we all
Are you
die on
sure
stream,
you
by the
didn't have
way,
an edible, like,
my
3 hours ago,
indignation is
Sarah?
silly.
Like, holy
I was
shit.
gonna say you said 5 a.m. You
I
should
don't.
not be
I
like.
think you meant 5 p.m.
wait, what?
The edible that she had. She said she had it at 5 a.m.
I feel like
I
I'm
think
about
it
to
was
fall
5
asleep,
p.m..
too. I don't.
She got the A and
What
the
a
T
train
in her
wreck.
mouth.
You're
Dude,
a
you
mess.
put a ring on her, turned into a wine mom immediately.
Here, take your fucking ring back. bitch.
Yeah, you don't mean that.
That's pretty.
Okay, so that's 3 in my
That was
Is it a
fun.
That was really
is it
funny.
a wine mom when you just do edibles?
Yes.
Same shit.
Yes.
No.
It's like a wine mom, but you're like really interested in natural medicines and homeopathy.
And I have a lot of piercings and tattoos and stuff.
You have no tattoos.
You've done. We should.
We
I know,
checked
I-
Every
tattoos.
inch.
We should
It's
get
a
some
wine mom,
this
but
year.
with the
I'm booking
possibility
new
of
ones.
dreads.
Yeah, I need.
Ooh, dreads
I
mom.
want my first tattoo.
When my taxes come back, I'm booking more hours.
we
Let's
still
get some
need
tats.
to get. We need to get our Christmas saves tattoo.
I agree.
We should book shit together because I
Done.
want to.
Wait, are we getting our noses pierced eventually?
Done.
Because I want that
You get a
too.
stud?
Yeah, I want a stud.
I'm gonna get a
Nice.
stud and then go to a hoop.
Oh, I thought you meant I'm
You-
gonna get a
I
stud
mean,
and
you
like
have to
go
have
to
a
an
stud
event
first,
called a
right?
hoop.
No,
like-
not necessarily.
No,
I
I
think
can
a
go play
hoop
ball.
might even
Yeah.
be
Fucking
good
Christ.
for
I want
healing.
a hoop.
Anyway. So,
Okay.
general store, bought the stuff. Anything else, or doing something else?
I think I'm good.
Go back to the room, relax, read a little bit of my book
Yeah.
before I have to send out Kitty Cat on the night mission.
The kitty cat's gonna go alone.
Yeah.
What if? I assume we talk about this at some point.
Intelligence.
What if the cat gets trapped inside of the, like, presumably in your plan, a door will open, cat will go inside, and
what if the person who opened the door closes it and Mr. Buttons is trapped within the horrifying cannibalistic meat shed?
Well, he could survive there by eating all the meat.
Okay, but that does not solve our problem in any way.
I think we all should probably go,
may
right?
be able to create a solution to that if we need to.
How do
Are
we
you again
do that without
referencing the
getting
Molotov
caught, though?
cocktails that you've
No,
prepared?
those are for Wendigos.
Okay, just
For what?
checking.
Wendigos.
No,
Smart play.
finish the sentence. We start here and then we trail off.
Yeah.
And I can't hear you because this is in my ear.
The first part of the sentence is always most important anyway.
Most important part is begin.
No, I can conjure an assistant who may be able to unlock the door from the inside for us.
Oh, with like, ooh, magic.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
This is the first time you've brought that up.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's good. Good to
Until
know.
now, I think he thought he was Gunfella.
Are there any
Yeah.
other amazing abilities anyone is hiding currently?
So
Because
you
I just
can-
got the
Well,
gun
we're
and
talking
the whip.
about how to get a cat into a locked
You can
fucking
cast
shed.
magic.
Very basic, but
Oh.
yeah, I know a few
Useful.
spells.
What else can you do?
I can do that. I can do parlor tricks. I can create flame, sparkles, sounds. I can create fear. You saw I created the ice armor when you hit me with your whip. And you.
Oh,
felt it?
yes, I remember that.
Oh, that was a hectic situation.
Yeah.
You do recall that. You sort of.
You can also create fear.
Yes, and I can detect magic.
Interesting.
So you can conjure your servant inside of the place?
I should be able to theoretically.
What's the spell say?
It is an unoccupied space within 60 feet of me.
Hmm?
Yeah.
If you could see in.
It doesn't
It
have
doesn't
to
say that you have to
can
see
see that you can
Brings
see.
into existence in an unoccupied space on the ground within range. In the range
Yeah,
of
that
60
Yeah, it
actually
doesn't
say.
say in a
Doesn't
spot
say.
you can see.
See?
It's like with vitriolic sphere or whatever, the acid bomb. As long as it's in within.
In Dimension Door,
I would say you
don't
still have to
see
like
it.
very much like Misty Step. Take a gamble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
the
dimension.
No,
depth
Misty
of
Step,
it.
Dimension
Misty
Door.
Step you have to
Dimension
see.
Door.
Dimension door. It's like a dimension door game.
I mean, yeah.
The only thing is it would take me about 10 minutes to conjure it, so we'd have to do it at night when there would not be witnesses.
Is
Well-
is there a noise component to it that would draw attention?
I will be speaking a little bit, but it's.
Can you do
not-
it softly, like, ooh,
I
magic, ooh,
can
dude, I
try.
do the magic words, abracadabra.
I will try.
Okay.
We aren't quite as afraid of magic where I come from.
Why did I did not say I'm afraid of
Well,
magic?
not you, but just in general, there's an apprehension about
I
magic.
mean,
when
in
you get
fairness,
to-
Is
30 years
there?
ago, it almost ended the
There's
universe.
kind of a reason that, it exists. There's a reason why it's apprehensive, yeah. It almost
Sure. If you're
ended
afraid,
literally everything.
if you're a coward, yeah, you can be afraid of it.
I don't know
Or you
if
can
the end
embrace
of
it.
everything
I'm
is
just-
being a coward. But
If the entire universe was about to be devoured because you wanted to cast some spells, would you not feel a little bad?
The people who saved it the first time used magic.
I do not think that
think
using a
that's
problem to
magic.
solve a problem that was caused by that initial thing does not inherently make it good.
and there's a reason why we can't cast magic now. It was too powerful. That's why we're where we're at.
I've read a book once where there used to be a magic where you could literally just point at someone and say die and they fucking die.
Yeah.
Do you not see how that is maybe a power people should not have?
Other people, sure.
To be
But
fair,
everyone thinks they are the good guy with the die spell. No one should have this power.
I agree with that.
won't use that spell on you.
Well,
How's
I
that?
appreciate it.
Good.
technological advancement is sort of taking the place of magic
Kind
in
of.
some places.
Yeah. We have electricity.
Then I just wave my hand and things light up.
Yeah, but ours is not magical.
And we don't
Where'd
have
you
to
get your
rely on
electricity
moon
from?
chips.
I don't need moon chips to do these. These are parlor tricks.
Well, no, I mean to power an entire city.
Oh,
You would need things like moon chips.
Sure, if I was going to power an entire city, but
Also, magical systems sort of benefit those who can afford to study and or what other
That's
strange ways that they conjure. I don't know. Can
Well,
you
Miss-
imagine years
you
ago
just go to
people
the
using
academy.
magic to bring electricity to everyone? Probably not.
to each their own.
Again, I don't think a possible world-ending threat is to each their own, but I'll let you have this for now.
I
we have
won't
more important
cast
things.
the end all civilization spell.
I fucking hope not. I don't want it to kill you.
Like, why develop medicines for people if the rich can afford a diamond to revivify someone? You know what I mean? It's sort of stratified things, it feels like. I do not know. I was young when Star Day happened. I cannot say for sure, but
You could use a weaker healing spell before they die. Like a healing word that doesn't cost anything.
Sure.
I
Or
do not
you
know
could just
specifics
use-
about
Those, those
the
spells don't
voodoo.
exist right now.
Or you can
At
just use my hands.
No.
Rip.
There's a reason why
My hands work
I'm not.
just as well.
Sure.
I mean, the restorative magics that used to exist. The reason why I am not in the body that I was before is partly due to that not existing anymore. So even rich families still can't really do that.
This is why they say never discuss religion, politics, or the arcane with anyone. It just ends up rude.
I have very little to talk about if we don't talk about the arcane.
Well, monsters and your writing and
I think
Whatever
it's very
voices in
close
your
to
head.
the arcane umbrella.
is the voice in your head arcane?
I don't know. That's what I want to find out.
You know what I would like to find out? What's in that fucking shed?
Ooh, good segue.
You sit around for a little bit and figure it out. So what's the plan?
Okay, so
Soren, why don't you go alone? And we stay away?
None of this is a
Sure.
good idea. Why do we want to...
I feel like it's pretty
So,
obvious if all four of us are
road,
walking around at
shed.
night.
We were
stable.
just night owl people. We just like, oh, look at us. We are in this little village. How charming. Our friend is standing by this barn. I don't know.
Our friend is standing by this barn.
Yes.
That makes sense to you?
Maybe he has to urinate.
But why are we out in the
Church?
first place?
Office. Shed.
Is it called host?
yeah.
It's called Host.
Is there like
Wow. Fucking.
The town of Host.
That one we've definitely said several times today.
Yeah.
It's just like the
Again.
the connection.
No, no,
clicked.
no, no, no. My brain just drew the fucking
Oh.
the red
It
just
string.
was like,
it was like,
Oh.
whoa!
Yeah. Yeah, it's the ADHD. It's fine.
Is there like a back to the shed area that is sort of obscured, an alley away from? Sort
Yeah,
of
there's a
the
space
general-
between.
Put him back there.
There's a
Can't
space
do this
between some houses and the shed, but you'd be right up against someone's house.
Are there? If we go by there and take a look, are there like windows that
It's
are
a house. Yeah,
adjacent?
it's got
Okay.
windows.
It's
The-
locked
the
from
shed
the
doesn't
outside,
have-
though, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's locked from the outside.
shed
There are
has no
two big
windows.
padlocks, it seems, on it.
Yeah, it's
Um,
padlocks. So even if you
Padlocks.
have
There's
the
two sets of
survey-
chains. There's one set of chains on the because there's like it's like a double door, like a big barn door.
Oh, I could try and pick
It
it.
moves
I can...
open. There's a chain on the lock on the top set of handles and chain on the lock on the bottom set of handles. There's two. They're chained, so they're loud. They're right next to the things. There's no windows to the thing as you walk around and enjoy the scenery here. There are some horses across the way. The stable is where Jer was drunk, and he said he saw those doors open.
What kind of roof does it the building have? Just wood?
It's a just a normal, looks like slatted roof that goes to the top.
Okay.
You can see here is the stable, and then right across from there is this, and then there's the office and the church. But you're here. That's a little bit too far. This is, by the way, you asked for outhouses. There are no outhouses around, but there is here where people that go to the gym can park their carts and put their horses and stuff. There is a restroom out
Light
there.
that building on fire. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Or like the whole, it's brick.
Yeah, but not the roof.
I mean, maybe. You don't know.
I could try and climb up to the roof
You
and
could-
see if there's a way to get inside
could-
or any loose boards or anything.
You could try to start a fire in the middle of the town.
Light the church on fire.
I think that is a bad idea considering we were seen at the general store buying things that were commented on to
The
be...
church is the only other thing that's stone in this place.
I am a surgeon. That's fine.
And you think they will not raise any suspicion considering we literally had a discussion today about the fact that we were buying firebomb supplies.
Do you have another better idea on how to get inside?
Literally every other idea we have discussed. I could try and climb up, see if there's anything up
I
on the
think
roof.
that
You could
we-
Why
do
don't you
your
do that?
thing. We could pick the locks.
It's a little obvious if we do that. We might get caught. I'm thinking maybe we lie in wait the way that Gerald did and
Hope someone
see
opens
if
it,
someone opens it.
And then what if they do?
or they don't.
The unseen servant can go inside.
I don't know if it can, with the locks on the doors, the chains.
Because the chains are on the outside, right?
Mm-hmm.
The unseen servant cannot open that anyway.
Do you
once it
think
is
that if you
inside.
conjure it in there and then someone opens it, it could run out when it's opened?
Servant,
Yes.
probably.
Can it convey information to you? Like, can it investigate something?
It follows commands.
So could you say?
It cannot like.
It cannot.
It
look
can't. It couldn't like
and confer.
read a message and then come back and tell you the message.
But could
it's not
Carry
intelligent.
something to you?
It can carry.
Can you give a general command like find human meat and bring to me?
I don't think. I mean, it had to be. It depends on the wording of the spell.
So creates an invisible, mindless, shapeless force that performs simple tasks at your command until the spell ends. They don't give it like an intelligence
Like-
score or anything, but
The servants inside of, say, a magnificent mansion are a little bit different. The unseen servant itself, you have to kind of tell it explicitly what to do,
Yeah.
and it takes like pick up that box. It'll know your intention since you cast it. Like other people probably couldn't tell it what to do. So if you said like bring us the meat from inside there, but it might be like a fucking it might be too much meat in there, like, and it doesn't necessarily know to look through different things. It's a imperfect thing. It's definitely better for like around the house sort of
Right.
stuff, but it can do simple tasks. Specifically, if you have a good enough command, absolutely it can do things for you. That said, it might look like an invisible force holding meat walking through the street. So
Since we've been here, have we seen any like town guards or anything?
No.
It's a very small village, so I assume
they
not
seem
much.
to be self-governing. Governing. You do see not everyone has a gun. In fact, Jer might have the only one you saw around.
Yeah, I know you mentioned.
You
guns
did
aren't
see
super common.
one short shotgun behind the bar. Everybody else seems to not be armed for the most part. They don't seem to worry about their safety every day.
So, what do we do?
Well, I'll let another idea. I am good at cutting. They do have meat in there. Maybe we could try and sneak me in as an employer if I could see if Reverend would let me help.
Seems like it's Reverend's special thing, so I don't know.
How are you
He
going to
trusts
ask?
you.
I am good at cutting
fucking
meat,
no.
Reverend. Can I cut some of your special meat? How would that go?
It's probably better that we just sneak in.
I'm down to sneak into this building with a door on the main road.
You could also ask the Reverend. He did offer to help you with anything you needed.
Reverend, can we come into your secret meat shed?
I shouldn't ask if you can come into a secret meat box.
Just come into my meat shed. It's fine.
I've
Meat
seen
sheath.
many a meat shed in my day, Reverend, but yours is special, let me tell you.
God damn it! You cannot go a single session.
No.
The horny
The girth of this
brain
town and
worm.
its meat shed, I cannot tell you.
I need a nap.
Okay. What's the plan?
We wait till the dead of night and try to
Yeah, I
open
think we
it.
just. But man, it looks.
Should I just try and... Should
Pick
I
the
just
lock?
try and lockpick and
That's what
be
I'm
careful?
thinking.
We'll just keep an eye out and try and make sure people are not around in the middle of the night. I don't
It is
know.
very loud though to be moving chains and metal
Well, if
around.
all of you kind of are they sort of in between two like things? How are they wrapped around? The chains. How are they wrapped around? The-
There's a handle set here and here
Mhm.
on either side of a double door. So there's one handle here and here, and one handle here and here. The chain runs between these two, and then it's padlocked on both sides. It's
Okay.
just right up on the.
If we all work together, like, you could try and hold them to make sure that they do not rattle as much, and then we can slowly try to remove them from the. Other than that, what did you say? This was one of the stone buildings or just wood?
It is one of two stone buildings.
Okay.
This building is stone, and the church is stone.
It's that, or we can ask the Reverend for something that he might have stored in there. Something rare enough that he might take us.
I don't think he would take us in.
He might take us to it, and we could try to get a peek.
He's going to open the door and we go, ah, do you have any human body parts? Just out in the open?
You're a doctor. You could tell him that one of us needs to consume raw meat.
Iron deficiency.
Raw meat.
Yeah. Let me convince a human that a human needs to eat raw meat.
There are a lot of strange diseases in the world.
You would know.
Yep.
You could say it as me. I am
So-
Tabaxi. Maybe he does not know much about Tabaxi.
Perhaps we break in and then we just deal with the consequences and kill anyone who tries to stop us.
I like about half of that plan.
Your job here specifically was not
Yeah,
this.
we were.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys remember your job?
Unless...
We need to get someone and take them back.
What if we kidnap the Reverend?
How will we kidnap him? He said
Should
his
someone-
office is open, but how do we smuggle him out of town and do so quick enough that we are not followed? We
How
would need to steal a cart
Yeah,
and
how
the horse.
Would we
Does
travel
any-
with him?
They do have a cart and a horse.
Does anyone know how to use a cart and horse?
We just need someone from this place, right?
Well, anyone.
Anyone who would know something.
It would have to be a church member. Not even just someone in the
What
laity,
about that
honestly.
uncle man? He seemed to be in the
Uncle
know.
Timbo.
Uncle Timbo.
I don't know where would he find him.
We also know two church members that we did stay with.
I don't know if they're privy. Are they?
I do not know if they would know what is going on. I think they are being sucked into whatever this is.
They knew enough to know that the creature wasn't a boar.
Yeah. And Art is very skeptical. He might know some stuff too.
All he would, I'd imagine all he would know is what we already know. Especially if he's
Maybe,
not
but he's grown up here.
We
For the last,
could.
what, 3-4 years?
We could wait until the cart drives back towards town and then kidnap one of the people once we're in town and they're isolated from the
Kidnap
village.
drivers.
It is not a. They want us to go back with the cart
the cart.
anyway, and we could just commandeer and kidnap and maybe put them in the box and take them to Mr. Rossi.
Do we have the money to survive here for a week?
I am literally
Not
broke.
for a week. Wasn't it tomorrow morning they're
Church
headed
service
back?
days, no?
Church service days
Or when the
is when
family.
the family comes back.
Yeah.
Oh.
But they
Family.
run shipments here.
But
every
we're
week,
talking
so
We
we
will
about-
ask when their next shipment is and see if we can stay until then.
Yeah.
Maybe it is tomorrow. That would be nice.
Until then,
We could request a ride back to the city too.
Let's just not
may
be
be
fucking
able
weird.
to do that.
yes. We
And
just,
then we will stick them up and take them captive.
We just
when
enjoy
we get
our
far
time
enough
here,
away.
and we.
We just buy in for a little bit. That's it. We just don't be known.
The person driving the car
Sure.
probably knows something.
Maybe someone
Yeah.
will say something or slip up or do something obvious.
Yeah.
Sure.
If they don't suspect us, they might slip up.
Okay. This is a better plan.
I agree.
I'll keep watch tonight outside the window and see if I can spy anyone.
You're on the
out
second
late.
story. None of the other buildings here are second story, so you're the highest point in
Yeah,
town.
I'll try to keep an eye out tonight for anyone.
You do
walking
notice
about
that while you're
town.
having this conversation, another group of people comes in, and they all eat again. Like pretty much the same group of people that was there. Eat again for dinner at Hattie's. And then leave.
So, what do people do around here? Like at nighttime?
Talking to Hattie?
She lives here.
What do you mean, do for fun?
Yeah. Like, is it like people
Oh,
get together
well,
and do stuff? Do
On
they...
nights that church happens, not a lot. Usually people spend the day sort of taking care of stuff at home and spend time together. But I don't know, hunting, fishing. Sometimes everyone gets drunk. Normal stuff for a small town. Some people keep themselves. Some people are more social. I mean, there's parties and stuff sometimes. Holidays. A lot of work to be done though. So
But it's just like come and go whenever, right?
some people play cards here at night.
But it's just like
That
come
would
and
be
go
fine.
whenever.
Yeah, we're open until sunset and a little bit after. And then I head to bed and wake up early in the morning and make breakfast for those that come here. Why, you looking to stay a little bit?
Maybe it's kind of nice and quiet out here.
It
It's
is
pretty
very nice and quiet out here.
especially
that's
when
for
you
sure.
come from the city.
Well, we sure could use a doctor move in if you guys want to buy a plot. I don't know what else there is, kind of sleepy little place we got here. Manual labor's always welcome, of course. There's sure could use help around here a little bit, and I'm sure other places could use help if you want to work for something. But y'all seem a little well off, so I don't know. It's up to you.
Well, we are here. Do you actually... I am actually broke right now.
You're
So, if anyone needs anything...
Well, I don't need anything today, but if and you good with a knife?
You sure?
Well, I got a bit of meal prep to do tomorrow morning.
I can help too if you'd like. I'm good with knives. It's kind of my whole thing.
Okay. Yeah, and I could use help with service if you want. Someone to bring food out to people.
Sure.
I'll definitely cut some stuff up. Yeah.
I could absolutely bring things to tables.
Yeah, I can do that as well.
Well, shit. Looks like. Well, if you do that, tell you what, the day's rent is on me, and you guys get free meals. So.
Be great.
Wow, it's very kind of y'all and
Yeah.
very helpful. Okay, well, I wake up early. I don't expect you to wake up as early as me, but the earlier the better.
About what time?
Sunrise right about probably 6.
I'll be there.
Huh, okay, very punctual. All right, well,
I'll see you tomorrow morning.
yeah, I'll probably turn in here next couple hours. And again, if you do need anything, my room is sort of points up in the opposite corner that you guys are in. It's right up there, so obviously don't take advantage of that. But sometimes we need stuff. So, and you guys are new around here, so let me know. Not a problem. All right. She starts cleaning up more of the stuff and taking bowls back.
So we are going to stay in tonight?
I think we should. I wonder if I should offer my medical services. Maybe someone will slip up while I'm
Yes.
helping out.
Not a bad idea.
People like to talk to doctors, so
True.
Okay.
You can finally see how the food is prepared.
Can I
Yes.
run back over to the general store and just pick up a deck of playing cards?
Yeah, 100%. Playing cards, I can't imagine are much. Playing
I really wish our
cards.
McDonald's wasn't poisonous.
I fucking know, dude.
McDonald's actually sounds good.
I know.
5 silver for a deck of playing cards.
Too bad it literally. I can't think about eating at that McDonald's
Dude,
anymore.
no.
I handed him actual playing cards.
Hell yeah.
Oh shit.
Now you have playing cards for the table for whenever we play stuff.
The only
Hell
thing I
yeah.
get there is Coke from that one if my brother ever goes.
I'm not
Just
going to
give me
that
Coke.
McDonald's.
My brother
Fuck
goes there all
that.
the time. I'm like, you're fucking.
Hell
Which
no.
one? The one that's really close?
Right there.
That's where we all
That's
got
where
food poisoning.
all
from.
3 of us got food poisoning, and like within like a week and a half.
Also,
and
we
your
had
brother got
food
food poisoning,
poisoning
right?
before. Remember when we got McFlurries?
Yeah, that's what I'm
It
talking
was-
Yeah,
about.
it fucked me up for like a day.
Yeah, it was you,
How do
me,
you get food
and
poisoning from
Josh.
McFlurry?
And
Yeah,
we
they're
were
cleaning that
we were
shit
the only
because
people.
The dairies up in there. You know how those
Yeah.
are clean.
We were the
Ah.
only people who had it. Jake didn't have a McFlurry, and the 3 of us all shit our
I
brains
died
out
for
the
a
whole
day.
day.
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, I'm not fucking.
That's
eating
why
that.
I'm like,
Hell no.
Coke is it. Like that's the fucking.
I really
cutoff.
have been wanting the fries for like. a
The
long
fries
time.
have never fucked me up that bad.
That's
so
probably
like,
not true. We're not buying fries from there.
fuck.
Can we like specify the one on State?
State's fun.
You
No, you can't
I
on
don't think you
DoorDash.
can.
Anyway.
No, damn.
So the plan for tonight is to stay inside and not go.
Stay the course.
Yep.
And we're not gonna.
We're
not
gonna
gonna
ride
spy on
the
anybody.
long
We're not
game.
gonna
Well,
be.
We're gonna
I'll
play
be
the
looking
long
out the
game.
window to see if anyone goes. Can I see the shed from?
You can see the top of the shed.
Isaac's playing the.
I'll try. I'll just pay attention to the roads and see if anyone walks in that direction in the middle of the night, since I don't have to sleep.
I'm playing the long con.
Okay.
Yeah.
Long con. Everyone's in on that. Nobody else wants to do anything else
Sounds good.
except for play
We'll just-
cards. Apparently.
Sit here and play cards. Maybe hear
I'm
some
good.
local gossip.
Now I have a question.
Yes.
And this is an important question.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys want to play a card game for actual gold in game
We can.
or
Sure.
coins?
I'm down.
For
'Cause that
actual
sounds
gold
fucking
is-
fun. We don't have to play that on stream. We can just play it if you want. We can also play next session. If you
Next,
want.
Let's
I would
do it
like
next
to do that on
session.
stream
Next
if we do
session?
that.
Let's
Play some
open the
cards?
session with that.
Yeah, let's open
Okay.
that session with like a chill card game. That sounds fun.
Okay, in the middle of the night or the next day?
Middle of the night.
Middle of the night,
Okay.
before bed.
All right. So you guys have some playing cards. You're settled in for the night, and you can just, as you walk downstairs, like you are allowed to be outside of your room and in like the dining area, 24 hours. She just goes to sleep. Sometimes there won't be services. Like she'll know if you steal stuff because it's hers and she sees it every day. But you're on an honor system. If you'd like bottles of something,
Just put money down
you
and
put money down and tell her what you took, and she's down with that.
yeah.
It's not a big deal. That all the patrons here. It's such a small town that there's security and familiarity. So
I keep saying like, yeah, I want to buy, and I'm like, I get
so
mixed up with how much money we have in
Right.
the online campaign, and
you,
then
you guys could also discuss how much money you have and how that works. But so for the night, as you settle in, since we're beginning in the middle of the night next time, we will do your perception checks next time.
Okay.
In the town of Host, with strange theories running through your heads about what could possibly be happening, and I'm sure you're wrong.
No.
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 You
Are we the
couldn't have-
crazy
you couldn't
drunk
tell me
guy?
if-
We will
to be
begin.
fair-
we
Are we
will-
the crazy drunk guy?
We'll see what happens.
It'd be funny as a subversion, honestly.
And to be fair,
But then he might expect. Okay, so but then he expects that we might expect that it's a subversion. So then he makes it a not subversion.
Also-
Okay,
Ooh.
Charlie.
the only other problem is Jake is never on the nose this much with anything.
Yeah, he's
so it's
never
throwing
on
me
the
off.
nose this much. So it's like,
It's
is it
throwing me
really?
off.
But is he doing that on purpose? Because we know he's
yeah,
never
exactly.
on the nose.
It's fucking frustrating.
Wow.
He knows we know. He knows we know.
Yeah, exactly.
he knows.
There's
He just
layers.
knows.
He knows we're paranoid.
So next time,
If this town had a fucking party we had to go to,
When to go.
He already tapped into our religious trauma. So
next time we will pick up with a friendly card game, which we'll do like 2 or 3 hands of whatever it is that you guys decide that you want to play.
I think
'cause
Rainey should decide, and then teach us.
yeah, you gotta
that's
teach
fine
us.
too.
Yep.
What do you want to play? Play 21 or something, or some poker. I don't know.
Play euchre.
That's a team game.
Oh,
That'll
that's
last
true.
for hours. you find yourselves enraptured in a little card game in a small town, and it's a peaceful little place with nothing wrong at all.
Nothing
And
suspicious
next time
at all.
We'll just enjoy the
It's the
Dungeons and
good
Dragons session with.
No cannibalism.
Totally-
no
totally
Wendigos,
fine.
No
All right.
cults.
We love your faces. Thanks for hanging out with us. That was a fast 4 hours.
Holy
Yeah.
shit, was it a full?
Well,
Yeah.
it wasn't
That was a
full 4
It
hours.
wasn't full, but
Oh,
we
6:30.
started
I
at
guess we started
yeah.
6:30.
Oh.
But
yeah, it was
But
more
it's
like
three and a half.
yeah.
But we've been here.
It felt like
we've
it
been here since
fucking
6.
flew.
Right,
Yeah.
it flew by.
Yeah,
I
I
could
thought
play
you
for 4 more hours. It's a
Yeah.
little cold though.
Yeah, I'm
It's
fucking
freezing.
shivering.
But
down
let's
here.
go upstairs, get warm, just like in game, and yeah, we'll be back next week at 6 p.m. Eastern
Bye bye.
for more Christmas days. And don't forget,
Oh yeah, bring a
the
friend.
tweet.
Bring a friend.
Go to @Charisma Saves on Twitter, tag a friend, retweet it, and next week we will get many giveaways
What's
for
that
all of
tweet
you.
at right now?
I
I'm gonna
don't-
scold them.
14 retweets.
14?
14.
Pump those numbers
Pitiful.
up.
That's
Pump
amateur
them up.
numbers.
There's been like 80 people in here all night. 14? Come on.
All you need is a
14?
Twitter account.
Come on.
I slave over a hot ad for you people, and this is what you give me, 14?
I didn't eat a single person today. Like, come on, Chuck.
I had a gun waved at me.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't put Randy through this for you to hurt him.
think of Randy.
Only
damn
I
it.
can hurt Randy.
It's true.
So, yeah, we'll be back. Looking forward to it, and looking forward to doing giveaways. We did giveaways for last campaign. They were a lot of fun. So, really looking forward to this one. So, love your faces. I think that's it.
Yep.
I'm excited. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.